Hello, folks. Welcome to the Nateland podcast. Also, hello, folks, to our friends at Helix Sleep. Nervous about buying a mattress online? Don't be. Helix Sleep has over 12,000 five-star reviews for a reason. Helix is offering up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/Nate. Also, thank you to Viore for sponsoring Nateland. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at VioreClothing.com/Nate. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75.
Athletic Greens makes it so easy to get the vitamins you need every day with just one scoop. Athletic Greens is giving you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. Just visit athleticgreens.com/Nate for a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. That's athleticgreens.com/Nate.
If you're like me and you've already mastered the English language, it might be time to take on a new one. Babbel. Save up to 60% off your subscription at babbel.com/Nate. That's BABBEL.com/Nate for up to 60% off. Babbel, language for life. And finally, Nateland is brought to you by Upstart. They've helped over 1.8 million customers on their path to financial freedom. Don't wait. Check your rate today at upstart.com/Nate. Loan amounts may vary. Go to upstart.com/Nate.
Well, let's go, folks. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for coming to this podcast. What is that?
It's just a funny way to say it.
Yeah.
Thanks for showing up.
Hey, thanks for being here. It's crazy that you guys are here. I think it every time. Yeah, we're glad you're here. We pre-recorded this one. I like to let people know that.
I know. I love it how we always change clothes and then we immediately just tell people.
Yeah.
We did this one right after the last one.
I do like, but if they don't hear that, it's so like when you look at it, I think it doesn't look like it's the same.
Well, there
It's
could
a special white hat episode.
Yeah.
it is a white hat episode.
Wow.
There's a slight chance that something so crazy happens between that it would have been silly for us not to talk about.
Yeah.
So I feel like it is good to say up top. We pre-recorded this.
Yeah. Aaron's foot got cut off because of gout.
Yeah.
Like, how do they not? I just don't understand how they did. I mean, they call him gout. It's a whole thing. It's a running theme. I don't know why.
It's worth mentioning.
Yeah, Dusty's in prison for, the conspiracy stuff. He's got a no fake moon shirt on. I don't know how it was all over the news. How did they not bring it up? I mean, yeah. So, well, here we are. This is live at this moment. So, start off with you guys' comments. Paul D. I think Hey Bear should be the response to Hello Folks. I like that.
Yeah, that's fun.
The last podcast I started with Hey Bear.
Yeah.
I love a nice Hey Bear.
Yeah.
Hey Bear.
A lady that gave me candy wrote a note and it said, "Hey Bear,"
Yeah.
to me.
I like Hey Bear.
Yeah.
Yeah. Could be good. Is Hello Folks, I mean, like when it's, it's like Hey Bear. So, because I do Hello Folks and I do Let's Go Folks when we start the podcast.
Yeah, maybe Let's Go Bears.
Yeah.
That sounds
not good
Jay
at
Cutler.
all. Hey Bear. Yeah. Hey Bear just got to pop in whenever. Yeah. Hey Bear feels like it's one that it pops in. We were doing it on the trip and they're very funny to pop in. Hey Bear.
Yeah.
Like just throwing in a nice Hey Bear out of nowhere.
Yeah. And if you're hiking and you do a Hey Bear and someone gives you a Hello Folks back,
Yeah.
then you know what's happening.
That's, yeah.
You know what's going on.
Yeah. Hello, folks.
Yeah.
Hey, Bear. Hey, that is a pretty, even Let's Go, like it is funny if someone goes, hello, folks. Hey, Bear. And then see.
Yeah.
Because then people will be very confused
Yeah.
on that. That could be, y'all can, I like it. I like I like people, I'll talk to Harper and we were talking about Hello Folks and Let's Go Folks. And we said, I was like, what are you? And she said she thinks she's more Let's Go Folks. But I like that there is a Hello Folks and Let's Go. Like it is like, I met someone in Paso and they were, fewer Hello Folks. And then one's like, I'm a Let's Go Folks. And it is like, you kind of get who the person is.
Yeah.
And that, I do like that. But I do like Hey Bear. Hey Bear. All right. Throw it in. Mix it in. We're mixing it in.
Yeah.
Kelly Haynes Dolan. Hello, folks. I'm watching the American Century Celebrity Golf Championship in Lake Tahoe and wondering where's Nate. If Larry the Cable Guy is out there playing, it's about time for Nate to show them what's what. Yeah, I don't. I'm not. I've never talked to anybody out there in that thing. I think it's hard to get on those. I mean, people get on them, and you're playing a tournament on TV. It's your dream. As a golfer.
Did you see any of it?
I saw some highlights.
I forgot his real name. Carlton from Fresh Prince won the closest to the pin contest, and he said this was his 14th year playing in this tournament.
Yeah, Alfonso
Rivera.
Yeah, Rivera.
Ribeiro.
Yeah. So yeah, these people, they're not giving these spots up. You don't go do it, and then they go, all right, I'm good.
Right, especially, I mean, I love the Carlton character, but you don't see him in a ton of things. So it's like, he's like, nah, I'm going to keep doing this.
Well, but he's the one that he actually puts on a show out there. You always see highlight to him. He's always doing like his dance. So like, I understand him. He's kind of made his worth out there in the fact that like, there's reasons. Obviously you got like, Patrick Mahomes or Steph Curry. You got people that are super famous. And then you got like that Wagner guy, and he's, was like a soap guy, I think, but he's like a ridiculous golfer. And so it's like it's a mix of.
How's Larry the Cable Guy at golf?
I've golfed with him. He played great today. I think he shot 79 today. I played with him.
Oh wow, so pretty good.
But he's not a bad golfer. He was putting lights out.
What's a great golf score? Like I have no idea.
72 is even par. Very hard to do to shoot an even par round.
Okay.
For a regular person, I mean, a 79 is crazy. Like to be in the 70s, and 80s. Breaking 100 is usually
it's a big milestone.
Yeah,
to break.
Either 100. if you can play with someone and they can break 100, I think that's usually like.
By break 100, you mean below 100?
Yeah.
Okay.
And then if someone is like, I can break 100, you're like, all right, it's that they play.
Okay.
And like, it's not going to be a bad day. Versus if someone can't break 100, it's like, it's probably going to be a pretty long day.
Yeah. Okay. When I took lessons, that was just my goal, to get to where I could break 100.
What would you say the worst game you've ever had was?
The golf game?
Yeah.
I mean, I've shot like, well above 100.
Yeah. Their game, you just stop keeping score.
Yeah. You're just picking the ball up and you're just moving on.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. A lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know anything about golf. So when you say he shot a 79, I'm like.
Yeah. Hey, can you turn the air down a little bit? All right. Leave that in.
Well, Jason Worth. Jason Worth played in it, and every time I see him putt, I thought it was Dusty, because he's got the long hair and he was wearing a hat, kind of like what you wear. And I thought, I think that's Dusty out there, but
that's a cousin of mine.
Yeah. I have a Dude Perfect hat on. I went and saw Dude Perfect.
Not him, but
we took Harper and her friend to see Dude Perfect. Very fun.
Yeah.
They put on a show.
What do they do in the show?
They do a lot of. I mean, they have like this thing they do, like it's like they all five or compete, and then it's like you have one winner, and so there's like 5 events, I guess, and so then whoever gets knocked out, like one person gets knocked out, then and then at the end of it you have a winner.
Oh, that's cool.
So they have that. In the mix of that is like showing. They show some clips. They do some like funny interview things. There's some characters that they do that people like, and they do some of those. But it was very entertaining. A lot of kids there. A lot of like very
crowd participation and stuff too.
Yeah. They brought kids. Yeah, it's super fun. I mean, a lot of cheering. A lot of like you're saying you want to win. It was very fun to go. With Harper and her friend, and just to like watch them and stuff like that. It was very cool.
At Bridgestone.
Yeah.
That's super cool. They're like the modern version of the Globetrotters.
That's what I said. It's like that's how I would pitch them. It's the new Globetrotters. And
is that the guys that like do a lot of trick shots and they throw watermelons off a building and try to land into a basketball goal, stuff like that?
Yeah. I mean, just super fun stuff.
Like a bowling ball off a building onto a trampoline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
It was awesome.
Yeah.
It was they were very cool. Like I really did like them. And like
there's a very funny video of Aaron from a few years ago reenacting Dude Perfect, where he can't hit the shot, And
It was an old John Chris sketch video.
It's very funny.
Parodying the
Oh
Two
yeah,
Perfect Guys.
He goes,
It's
"Come
fun.
on, I remember that." Yeah, I do remember that.
Oh, really?
I did see it.
yeah, you guys were like,
And the joke was I couldn't make the shot at the
Yeah.
end, which was actually that
Bad
happened
joke.
when we were filming it. I was
Yeah.
trying to make it, and then when I needed to make it for the video, it took a while.
yeah.
to make.
Oh,
Yeah.
because you eventually did have to make that.
Yeah,
was
when I
good.
had to
Yeah.
make it eventually. When I
Yeah.
was trying to miss it, I kept
didn't finish
making it.
it,
Yeah.
the movie.
It was a long
Yeah.
It was a long video.
Yeah.
It was
It
long.
goes-
Almost
Video.
3 minutes.
You're like, I get what's going on here.
Yeah, it goes eventually. So I'm dressed as an old guy, and you're like, "What? Dude, how long does this video go?" And we brought in some other stuff, makeup artist, Scott Sowers. Scott Sowers. It's a
Sowers.
Sowers. That's much happier.
I don't know.
name.
It is happier. Seems like he's
Yeah.
growing things.
Yeah, Scott Sowers is like,
Sounds-
oh,
yeah.
we gotta go eat at the Sours tonight. And you're like, oh no. Right when they open the door, they go, hello,
Aw.
hi. And you're like, did you not get food? I forgot it was tonight, but we're starting cooking now. They start cooking then.
Yeah.
That's like The Office.
Yeah.
How much editing is done on the pods? I'm somewhere between there's no way they put that much effort into it because that strategy tracks for Nateland. And also maybe they do trim and edit a bit because these guys are professionals. Would love to know how much is cut out. Thanks, Nate, Aaron, Dusty, and Barbados for doing great work.
Barbados.
None of it's cut out. No, it's all straight up. Did you leave there? We're leaving there. I just asked the air. Would you cut that out? Would you have cut that out? Me asking to turn the air conditioner on? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was real stuff. I don't have an air conditioner, but besides that,
He just throws things
it
in.
just sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah. You turn the I don't even know. I can't think of buttons 3. Don't think Nate has mentioned this, but rumor from another comic is that Nate may be in Seinfeld's movie called Unfrosted on Netflix. I am not in that movie. It's not true, but I did talk to Seinfeld.
Whoa.
All right.
I have talked
There
to
it
him.
is.
Big time.
Yeah.
Who predicted
It's
this?
one of
Yeah.
Bates's big
One of Bates'
predictions.
Was I talked, it was very crazy. I talked to Seinfeld, FaceTimed, and it was surreal. It was not super long. It was quick. I have his phone number. I was very excited about that.
Can I have it?
Yeah, I'll give it to you. I'll post it. And it was crazy. I mean, just seeing him, it's unreal to, you're just looking at him and you're like, God, it's you, dude.
I know.
It's you.
That's amazing.
And he was, he was very complimentary, very nice, and something. And I think I did say, I was like, well, I won't bore you. What I said, I was like, I won't overwhelm you with what you've meant to my career. I did that go, but I don't wear short sleeves on stage because of you. That's all. And he laughed at that. It's like, that's how much this dude's I'm not wearing short sleeves on stage because you said it looked weird.
Yeah.
In a commentary on your DVD. Not even that's what he lives by.
Right.
It's just like an all, and he might even wear short sleeves. It might be such a side comment that he doesn't even remember it. And you're like, and I don't.
It changed your life, though.
It changed everything.
Yeah.
So yeah, I did talk. It was crazy. It's very cool. Loved it.
It's amazing.
I would not be in that movie, but it's but I do.
What were your other predictions, Brian?
It was the Leanne Morgan episode. It was the last one of last year. I
Yeah.
said she would put out a special. You would do a late night set. How's that coming?
Working on it.
And that you would meet Seinfeld and become friends with him and play Augusta.
No predictions for me, huh?
None for Dusty.
No.
You weren't on the pod yet.
You weren't on the pod yet. We never could saw that coming.
Okay.
Yeah, I did not predict that.
Yeah. Yeah.
So one down.
Yeah.
One down.
All right.
One down. It's crazy, and it's absolutely insane. This happened a little bit ago. I haven't really said anything about it when I talked to him, but I'm very excited. I know, I didn't tell it right when it happened. I don't know if it should be. If people think it should be more. If it doesn't feel like I'm excited, I was very.
Yeah, I wish you'd have called me.
Yeah.
It is exciting, but it would be weird if you were jumping up and down or something in here,
Yeah, we mention him every podcast, but
Yeah.
But I mean, it was pure insanity, and it was just felt. It was like something that it you're like, golly, it's like all the little things that you check off that you want to do. Like when you start, like meeting him was like just always there. And then it's weird that it's, you're like, all right, I never hung out. I met him FaceTime. I've met him in
What's
person.
the line from Comedian where he says, you never think life is going to be long enough that we'd actually meet each other?
Yeah.
And that's it.
That's it.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Well, the Mark Norman episode from like a year ago, we talked about that, and he was like, he knows who you are, and you were like talking to the camera, like, Jerry, if you're watching, now you're friends.
Yeah. Yeah. You never, it's, I'd like to hang out with him, and like, I like to like really get to talk comedy with him. I think that I would really enjoy that, but it's, it was crazy. It's crazy. Wow. Crazy. Brandy Halbert. Hello, folks. Does Aaron use the word y'all in real life? Sometimes it sounds like he is throwing it in just to fit in. It sounds forced. I guess I imagine that his family dinner conversations used to include a lot more ye and thy rather than y'all. I like Brandy. Thanks for keeping my days entertaining. Have a great one, y'all.
Yeah. Well,
Brandy might be the fifth on the podcast.
Yeah, that's pretty funny. I say y'all. I mean, I'm from Alabama. Both my parents use it. I use it all the time.
Oh my God.
I think it might sound forced because I enunciate, pretty well relative to what's going on here.
Because of books. Because you read books.
Books do help a lot, yeah.
Books help enunciate.
Do you use
Enunciate.
you
The
use y'all a
enunciation.
lot? You use it a lot?
Y'all?
I used to use y'all all the time.
I use it all the time.
And then I started waiting tables, and I'd be like, how y'all doing? What can I get y'all to eat? Well, and I just y'all to where I don't even really use it that much now.
Yeah.
I think you use
I
it.
think they get the gist of you being y'all.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you have to use it.
Yeah.
It's like,
It's basically written on you.
it's like you're the head coach of the y'all team.
Yeah, it seems too much.
And you're like,
now
yeah,
if
you
I
don't
use
have to
y'all.
wear your team jersey. I mean, everybody knows you're using it.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, maybe it's too much of you. Also have the y'all team outfit on.
Yeah. Yeah, you can go too hard.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I say y'all a lot.
I feel like I do too. I'm sorry it sounds forced. It's how I was raised.
Yeah.
You all would sound weird.
You all. I say y'all all sometimes, which doesn't even make sense.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all all like to do.
It's like when you're going to get your car fixed, you just feel like I'm trying to make, you don't know how to talk down that low to a person that you get yourself confused.
Yeah.
Do you put change in your pocket just for that day to rattle it around?
Yeah. What's up, y'all? All doing all right down there?
Right. And you go, what are you doing? He goes, I gotta go down, let one of those idiots fix my car.
I have to go talk to these plebes at Jiffy Lube.
He goes, I want to look like I fit in.
Like
and you're taking your tie off and you're having your suit and you're putting the
Wrinkle it up a bit,
Wrinkle
spill
it
a
up
little
and
coffee.
Yeah, is this what they look like? I don't, Let me put my bills away. And do you have any change I could have? I think they only.
Have you seen my billfold?
My billfold.
Yeah. When you hang out with country or relatives, do you ever feel like that you don't want to use big words? Even if the big, like I don't use big words that's too smart. But I mean, like sometimes if I'm like in the country, I'm like, I try to not dumb it down, but switch it up a bit.
I don't think people use big words around me still.
Yeah.
I think even when I meet people, I think sometimes they say it in a joking way, but I do think people talk to me and they kind of go, I've set a tone that's like,
dumb it down.
I'm going to go, I don't know what that word means. I just did an
yeah.
interview and I told someone, I go, I don't know what that word means. And they're like, really? And I was like, that makes you feel bad. Really? You're like, yeah, why would I know?
Yeah.
I think people's personalities and their vocabularies are way more flexible than people realize.
Yeah.
I think you kind of become whatever room you're in. I think I definitely feel myself doing that. And I think a lot of people do too.
Yeah. I've learned it's not that bad to go, I don't know what that word means.
Yeah.
It's not that bad.
Yeah.
Oh, I do
I've
that.
done it.
Yeah,
I've done it
for sure.
enough. And it's fun. It breaks the tension. If you're ever don't know a word, it's funny. You can do it and be funny. And you're like, I don't know that word.
Yeah.
And I'll know what you're talking. It's not like I ever just check. I'm still like not getting it. Then they go, all right, well, they changed the word.
Mhm.
They start explaining what it is. And I'm still like, this concept, I don't even understand. Yeah. It's a table.
I find myself matching the inflection and the whatever. If someone calls me Everyone has a different type of greeting,
Yeah.
and I'll answer it. Find myself trying to match their energy.
Yes.
It's like I want to fit in so bad that if they're like, "What's up, B dog?" whatever, like I'm going to try to beat them to the punch.
Yeah.
Or if they're low energy, which you're pretty low energy, and a couple of times you're like, "Are you okay?"
If
Like,
somebody
'cause
says,
you're trying to match
"What
his
up,
energy.
B dog?" to you, how do you match that energy? What do you do?
well, if I say, "What's happening, J dog?"
Not much here on the flippity flop. I do.
It's like you're looking into a funhouse mirror of yourself.
Yeah.
Like it's the opposite. Like you're. Yeah, I'm a fan of. I even now I'll look forward to a word. I go, I don't know what that word
Mhm.
means.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'll try it. If I don't really know the person, and you're like, this is just a casual, like something you're trying to be like, I don't want them to know that I don't know.
Yeah.
But just say you don't know, and then people just.
Mhm.
I've been once I drove and did a college gig somewhere, maybe Mississippi or something. This was a while ago, but I remember I stopped and got gas, and I remember being in a place that was like more southern than I was probably comfortable with.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
it was like, you can go out of your, you're like, I'm southern, I'm all about Tennessee, blah, blah, all this stuff, and then you can get where it's like a little more country. Then you're like, well, I'm not even really.
Oh yeah.
comfortable. You're like, this
Yeah.
is.
You're like, Let
Totally.
me take this collared shirt
Yeah.
off before I go in the gas
Yeah,
station.
it's
here.
you feel like you just stick out where
Yeah.
they're, and you're like, no, I'm from the south, like too, but it's like it's not that south.
Yeah.
And then you're like, oh yeah, hey guys,
Yeah.
you felt uncomfortable. Yeah, I've seen that. Leonard Warner, 2 dots above the O. What does that mean?
I don't know.
I think it's going to be, I think you'd pronounce that Werner.
Werner. So instead of just using a
Werner.
U or something, they just put dots. So every time he types his name out, he has to put 2 dots above it.
Yeah.
How do you even do that?
You hold option, you hit option O.
I feel like a guy like
and
that.
you can do, that's the with the line
I
through it,
feel
maybe.
like Leonard's probably good at a typing because he has to have a little more flavor.
Yeah.
You're not even doing it.
I got the O with the dash through it if you want that. That's pretty
Yeah.
good.
Sign for boron.
Hey guys, when I was listening to your podcast about aliens, I was standing outside of my apartment complex having a smoke and suddenly saw a fireball in the sky. That's a once in a lifetime experience, and it coincided. Is that it?
Coincided.
Coincided. How do they get the word coin? And then coincided. I wonder which word came first. Like who
The English language is wild.
coincided?
Coincided.
Coincided.
and
with how you
co is a prefix.
oh,
Incited. As of the incident.
experience. Do you ever say incited?
No.
Not
Okay.
with a C.
Yeah.
Inside.
So
with an
the
S.
coin has nothing to do
Inside it.
inside.
Yeah.
That's
That happened
it.
inside it.
Inside it. That's how you know your country. Where do y'all sleep? Inside of the house. We're not that country.
Yeah.
The fact that you two just said y'all talk down to some
Yeah.
people.
Well, I didn't say talk down. I don't want that impression.
Well, I didn't mean. Yeah, you're right.
I didn't say I talked down.
No.
They talk down.
Right.
You said you talked down.
Y'all
I'm saying I try to
are-
country it up a bit, just to like if I'm in
Yeah.
the gas station in Mississippi, I'll try to country it up. a
Yeah.
bit,
Yeah, you're right.
just so they, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So you belong. So coincided with listening to you guys blabbering about aliens. I thought that was kind of cool. That is crazy.
kind of cool. Yeah.
I've seen I saw a fireball like that. I think I talked about it.
Do
Like
you-
it's crazy. It's low.
Like a shooting star.
But it's you
But
can
it's
see
low.
the fire. Like you almost can see the fire and the smoke.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Do you think every time he was looking at it, he took a puff, he's like, "It's getting bigger." No,
Yeah.
it's getting lighter. No, it's getting bigger.
It's just the end of a cigarette.
Well, all the stuff that I said, I think he's good on a typing, and then it just went to he's down outside of his apartment having a smoke. I'm like, well, he doesn't know how to type. Leonard
He probably
doesn't
did
know
that.
how
He did that by accident.
Yeah, and then Leonard saw a fireball in the sky. You're like, well, I don't know. These 2 dots might not mean what we think they mean.
He didn't know how to get rid of it.
Leonard's having a wild time.
Yeah. Yeah. Leonard's like, I just put those dots on there. He goes, I'm from Alabama. Brittany Vandermoor. Moore. I always like the last name it starts with the Vander.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I always think it's a good, Van. Like, are they all related?
Oh, the Vanders.
Yeah, because it's always like Vander. some Vander Sluizen, and the guy that killed that
Vanderbeek.
Vanderbeek. Like are Vanders
Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt? Is Vander? Is that like? Are they somehow related? Like it's not the It's like well we're all the Vanders, but then we're kind of like the how you flash it up a little bit.
Yeah.
It means from the family of.
Oh, so it
There you go.
from the family of Moore.
So could we all be Vanders then? Is there any point to Vander?
Vander Bargatze.
Yeah, but is
Yeah.
there like is Vander really a thing, or is it like these people are just trying to be better
It eventually becomes part of their actual name.
I like Vandersley.
Vander Slay.
That's actually
Vander
pretty
does
good.
sound
That
good.
works.
Yeah.
But like, why would Vander is
Like, what word does that? What?
yeah, like is
language?
it
Greek.
them? Are they being annoying when they add it?
Vander
I don't
Weber.
think so.
Yeah, like it's
It
like,
may have
all right, man.
initially been a pretentious thing to do.
Yeah,
But it happened so long ago.
yeah. I'm not saying
Yeah.
Brittany is doing it now, but like she's still unless I go to her house and she's like her dad's like I'm Mr. Moore and you're like damn it, Brittany. You just told me Vander. It would be a good way to add in, some flavor.
Yeah.
Bates mentioned way back in the Halloween episode that he was taking up bird watching and also dropped a casual note that Dusty Slay was also an avid bird watcher. Any riveting birding adventures in the works? I think we were all on the edge of our seats for this update. I'm on the edge of something.
Well, for myself, I just have bird feeders at my house, and then
Yeah.
I'll just set out the back. This was mainly during the early days of COVID when we couldn't do anything. I would just set out, look at the birds. I had binoculars. And during that time, my neighbor tore down a 6-foot privacy fence and put up an 8-foot privacy fence.
Oh, wow.
So I think
Did they really?
They did.
Wow.
So I think he might have thought I was spying on him,
Yeah.
but he was very nice about it.
What did he say?
He
told
said that he's an old guy. He goes,
Yeah.
I'm about to get a new fence. That's what that way you won't have to look at me anymore. And I was just trying to be fun, and I was like, hey, but I like looking at you.
Yeah.
And that went up quick.
Yeah.
That fence went up quick.
Yeah.
But I love the birds. I'm all about it.
I wonder, that is 2 more feet. Can you not see in there now?
No, and you're really not even allowed with the homeowners association to have an 8-foot privacy fence.
Yeah.
But somehow, I guess he
Oh,
contacted
you should
him.
report them.
Yeah.
Well, he said,
Yeah, take that fence back
they
down,
go, you
buddy.
can't. Then they just saw you.
Yeah,
and
they
they
were
go,
like, we
all
get
right.
it. Yeah.
Make
you
it
want
10.
10?
Yeah.
How high
Yeah.
you want to enclose the whole thing? You want to? Do you have any bird?
We got a hawk now in our neighborhood that's
The neighborhood. Who talks? You get. No one just says it like. I would never just claim like, well, Eagle moved in down the street from us, and so we're all talking about it. We got.
well, I only say it like that because Ruth read on the neighborhood association that it's been swooping down and trying to grab people's dogs.
Maybe it'll get the squirrels.
Yeah.
Well, I've seen it grab a squirrel.
Wow.
It didn't. It wasn't successful. Ruth saw one successfully take one away. I saw it grab one, and then the squirrel got away. But now our little dog, we can't just let her out in the backyard to roam around because Hawk's going to swoop down and try to
Mhm.
grab her.
There you go. I mean, just
That'd be
It's
hilarious.
just
Crazy.
problem after problem. I mean, like just it is.
It is. It's the Wild West over there.
It
It
Yeah.
really
sounds like
is.
It's the jungle.
You just even you go by, you get a dog, and it still just can't.
It can't. Yeah. Can't even
Yeah.
let it out to use the bathroom now. You got to go
Yeah.
out there with a shield.
Yeah, you got to go out there in an umbrella, and the hawk might get you.
It might.
Yeah,
I would risk it with the dog. I don't know that I'd be out
Yeah.
there with the hawk.
Oh, Brian's dog is about as big as this coffee cup.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you're not a fan of dogs, so you might just say it's worth it, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Got to the bottom of that. Kyler Ludlow. You know who's the big bird watcher? Joe Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Giant bird watcher. Giant. We ask him about every bird. I've been with Joe. Watch him. He'll spot a bird.
Yeah. He
Yeah.
goes to Central Park and
Yeah.
knows it all.
I bought a Tennessee book of birds of Tennessee. So I'll see the bird, flip through, find out what it is.
Oh,
It's a
that's
lot of
nice.
fun.
Yeah.
Tennessee's got a lot of birds.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, no, I think I do. I think it.
It's great.
Yeah, I think it's great.
Yeah.
I do. I do. Kyler Ludlow. I live in Southeast Michigan, and was excited to see a show coming on Nate's tour in Toledo come August. Then I found out that the show is at a zoo, and it got me wondering, where is the strangest place you all have ever done a show, and what animal would make for the best opener?
Oh. I did an open mic in town last week where the stage was a pallet on a forklift.
All right.
That was new
Yeah.
for me.
Yeah.
To be standing on a forklift.
Mm-hmm.
Feel like the career's going well when that happens.
Yeah. I think is that how you got started in comedy?
Yeah. I was the forklift operator.
Yeah.
And then I got off.
You guys, I think I could do this.
Yeah.
Bang. Just raising the stage up.
Yeah, just started doing it for the warehouse crew back there.
Aaron and I did a show at a dog park, and I was finally getting some laughs, and then I realized it's because the dog behind me is pooping. And
That's tough to follow.
I think Aaron even got a picture of it.
Oh,
so.
yeah, I have a picture of somewhere. The dog walked right up in front of you, started peeing all over the mic cord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While you were on stage.
Yeah.
And only when you were on stage.
I think I was one of the first ones, so I kind
Yeah.
of set the tone.
Yeah.
I think some other people later it happened to, but I'm the one that everyone saw it happen to first.
I think any animal that would be a good opener would be tough to follow.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, like if an animal went on stage and was funny and then you had to go up and just do regular jokes.
To follow a talking animal, yeah, it'd be tough.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of like what would be a good
Cheetah.
Maybe a little parakeet.
He'd be quick on the time. Cheetah does
Yeah.
Cheetah you did 1 minute. You're supposed to do 10.
Bat
And
wouldn't
he's
see
like-
the light, dude.
Oh, there's dude perfect.
A bat wouldn't see the light.
I'm trying to find that picture.
I'm trying to think who would be a peacock, just because it's like it's kind of nice. It's pleasant. It's
Shows off as very arrogant, though. It likes to flaunt its
Yeah,
wealth and
that's true.
Its Hollywood connections.
And we
That's
talked
true.
about tail
Yeah.
comics, how you're going to know their closer
That's true.
and they're going to knock everything off.
A dog's gonna give you a tell with its
But a dog would do what's right by you, and you like go out there, don't do crowd work, just do your act,
Keep it clean.
keep it clean.
A dog would love its audience, and the
Yeah.
audience would love it.
yeah,
Yeah.
and they would make the room right.
Yes.
They'd make the room right for you.
Yeah.
I think if you want to look better, you'd follow a cat, because then a cat off-putting
Yeah.
half the room.
You could run up with a newspaper
Yeah.
and get it off the stage.
She'd walk some of the room.
Shoo it
Yeah,
off.
she'd walk most of the room, and then
Yeah.
like a few people would love her,
Yeah.
and then yeah. So those are not animals at zoos.
So you're doing a zoo?
Toledo Zoo. They have
Wow.
like an amphitheater.
That's cool.
Yeah, we're doing a bunch of amphitheaters in August. So it'll be fun, a lot of outdoors. So we're going to Wilmington, North Carolina, back to the scene of the crime.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, there
so
it is right
we-
there. Oh, this is Aaron.
Well, this is
Yeah.
when the dog. They're in my set.
Yeah. All right. I'm glad we searched that out.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah.
Where
No,
you
it's
guys
funny.
at?
I get it.
What's that?
Where you guys
Yeah.
at?
Look at
here?
you.
Is that a
You
dog
look
park? in there?
different.
I do. I was
crazy.
Is that the
much bigger
palette?
back then.
Is that the
Yeah.
pallet back there that you performed on later? That just
Might-
leaned up against the wall?
Might
now?
have been. Yeah.
Were you the first comic that moved it over into the shade?
I just picked up the speaker and walked it over.
And you said, "You're welcome." And everybody. Tyler York. I've only been to a few comedy shows, and the smaller ones offer a meetup with the comics after the show. I saw Brian and Aaron in Salt Lake City, and it was cool to meet you, and thank you for the good show. But also, it feels a bit weird. Listening to the podcast is like an
Reciprocated.
reciprocated, I almost went recuperated,
Mm-hmm.
unreciprocated. No, listen to the podcast is like an unreciprocated relationship. It's fun listening, but y'all have no idea who we are. Is it worth it to you guys to meet up? Are you tired of the show? Imagine from your perspective, it's not enough time to hold meaningful conversations with hundreds of folks. What is a good edit for others after the show? Would you prefer a quick thank you? Yeah, I know it's always great. I mean, it's not about me being tired. Don't worry about me. That's how I think about it. I'll be all right. Don't worry about me. Not in a mean way. I'm saying that.
Mhm.
It's not your responsibility to worry, but it's you after you learn to I mean, some of them it's hard. I can't go meet as like I would have like I would like to. It's too hard to do it. There's too many people now, and it becomes a thing. I'll get a meet sometimes. I always appreciate it. I always see people always ask if I did a meet and greet. You know, is it weird to take a picture? And I mean, your whole career, no one wants a picture. So
Yeah.
who am I to say I'm above it now? I'm not. So it is nice. It is nice when people are like, hey man, big fan. They walk like those are, but all the experiences are their own personal experiences to whatever that person wants to do. I think it's meaningful. I like it.
In a club, I love it. I mean, I'm not doing theaters.
You don't like
to
it
where,
other places.
Well, no, I mean, like you're saying, in a
Yeah.
theater, it's like,
Yeah.
it would be too many people, but in a club, it's
Yeah.
like, it's great. I mean, I come right off the stage, so I'm still in like show mode,
Yeah.
and then can do it. I mean, I think it's great. I mean, it's hard. It is hard to have any kind of conversation, but it is fun to meet. Thank people for coming to see you do a show. I mean, I've definitely done many shows where I'm just thankful anyone's there. So it's like now that people actually do come to the show, I don't know. I love
I'm
meeting
not.
people.
Yeah. I'm not above it.
That's great. I leave it all on the stage, and I just don't know what else you people need from me.
Jeez. Bates would like to throw this question back to you guys, the fans. What do you think is comfortable? How long would you want Bates to talk to you? Should he just say a quick thank you? Should he not follow you to the car? Should he not look up information about you as you walk away? And he says, all right. And then should you not get an email from him saying happy birthday? Also, same thing back to...
I've had many email exchanges. It usually ends with me doing the last... They've had enough after like 5 times.
Yeah.
Like, all right, let's move on.
I always get that it feels weird, but I always think you don't have to say that. People say that a lot. I bet you hate this. Don't say I always kind of like, that's all that to me is like kind of, you're like, I'm like,
Yeah.
I started this career to hope people would want to come to your shows and meet you. It's fun to meet them. It's like, you only have so much time. So it's like, it might not, it's like, but there's not gonna be like you're there forever. I think it's our responsibility to learn how to control the time of it too. That's part of, you got to learn like, all right, let's it's like, because it can be a lot. No one really knows what to do. So it's like, but that's the job of, honestly, I think it's kind of me or the person you're getting the picture with to kind of somewhat be like, all right, making it a nice experience.
When in the early days of featuring, I mean, I used to feature at these clubs, and then it'd be like, I don't know, some comic headlining that, I don't know, in my opinion, was not very good. And then after the show, I would go and stand there with my CDs, and no one would talk to me, and everyone would talk to this comic that I just thought wasn't good. So it's nice when now that people do talk to me.
Yeah.
You know how many times I was on stage and then got asked where the bathroom was, or wasn't let back in the comedy club because they didn't know me, or times I've headlined. In Chicago, I did one, and they wouldn't. I had to show my ID. My name was 2 sold out shows. Not the last time I did it. Another time, 2 sold out shows, and the guy wouldn't let me back
at the Vic.
Wow.
At the Vic
when I was with you.
Yeah.
So
I mean, that happens still now. So yeah, when people want to meet you, or they say they're fans, and some are quick and easy, some can be a little bit more, and it's a give and take. Overall, luckily, you guys are all very nice, and I always think your audience you hope to be is you attract people that are like you, and so it's like people that are going to know how to all of us are it's I don't know, it doesn't become too much.
One time I was featuring, and right when I came off stage, this guy he came up to me, he was just raving about how good my comedy was, right? And I was like, oh man, I really appreciate that. And then after the whole show was over, he comes up to the headliner, and now he's raving to the headliner, and then looks at me and goes, you were a little dry. And I was like, dude, what happened? You just loved my comedy.
Yeah.
What happened?
Yeah.
And so
he just turned on. Yeah.
I'd prefer you not do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You appreciate that.
Yeah.
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 Appreciate not giving. Not.
Yeah, it's like, it took 45 minutes for you to think my comedy was bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spencer Heaton. I'm a Bible teacher at a Christian school. The amount of amazing biblical knowledge that Dusty just drops is incredible. And it's making this podcast eerily close to becoming a weekly required listening assignment in the upcoming school year. Let's go, folks.
All
There you go.
right.
All right.
Well, I'm into it.
He's
Thanks,
into it.
Thanks, Spencer Heaton.
He gets
Dusty
it.
and I have had we got our camp chairs and sit out in the center of downtown Huntsville and had some Bible talk.
There you go.
Not fun.
No, we kept attracting the drunkest people in town.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
You know,
Maybe that's
Maybe.
what is it.
Didn't feel like
Maybe
it.
God was.
Maybe
Yeah,
instead of
y'all-
kept
just-
sending us.
he kept sitting and saying,
Yeah.
y'all kept shooing them
Yeah.
away.
maybe
Yeah.
instead of just preaching to each
Yeah.
other, maybe
Yeah.
you could
You got-
spread the word of the people that
Yeah,
need
that
it.
is the opposite of what the whole point of being a Christian is supposed to be, to witness. And you're, hey, do you mind?
Homeless guy.
We're
Move
having
it.
a conversation here. Guy that's got his life together. Hey. Yeah. And Jesus is like, what do you want me to do? Should I come down? What are you not going to believe right now?
Yeah. Huntsville was wild. That's where we were at. I mean, it was
Yeah.
wild downtown.
Yeah, it's a party. We're downtown's young,
Yeah.
Mike Connell. As far as people wanting to jump off cliffs, I was at the cliffs of Moher in Ireland in the summer of 2019 for a family reunion. An old woman came up to my family as we looked over the edge and said, "Be careful, it calls to you." It called to me yesterday. I was sufficiently creeped out, and I'm 90% sure she was a ghost. I often think of just how creepy it was.
Whoa.
That is creepy.
Goodness.
Mhm.
That is wild.
Did anybody else see this woman?
Yeah.
That's what Mike should be asking. Did
Ma-
anybody?
Maybe Leonard Warner.
Yeah.
He's out there smoking. And it's like,
Yeah. Is it? Yeah. It called to me yesterday, but she didn't jump.
yeah.
That would be the.
Or maybe she did
if
jump
it's a
and
ghost.
that's
if
her-
it's a ghost.
Yeah.
That's why. Oh, man. That creeps me out.
hmm You picture like cloudy and like called to me yesterday.
Well, I want to know, though, was Mike thinking of jumping in that moment?
What's the idea that everybody, when you go to a cliff,
That's why he shared that story, because
Well,
you
yeah,
shared that story.
yeah.
My wife was watching that podcast, and I said on that podcast that never happens to me. But she said one time we were all driving down the road, and me and her were fighting.
Mhm.
And then later I told her I wanted to drive the car off the road.
Yeah,
And she said, "You should have shared that on what it's like to fight with your wife."
yeah,
And I was like, "Well, I do remember it now."
yeah.
But yeah, we were fighting, and I did want to.
But in the heat of the battle,
I
you
wanted to
didn't.
jerk
Yeah.
the wheel and just.
Yeah, anything like when
Yeah.
you're in the heat of the moment, you'll do anything.
Yeah,
basically what you're saying.
yeah.
I don't remember seeing it. I'm not remembering now, but that was such a in that moment. I could have killed her, so I didn't. I don't like. I'm not good on my. It doesn't sound like a good relationship. Like, but when I'm really in the thick of it, I don't know what I'm doing. But yeah, of course.
What did you say?
After-
We're having a good time if everything goes the way I think it should go.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Bonnie Paraguay.
Mm.
Did you think I was going to do that?
You nailed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thanks to Aaron, I got some good news at my annual doctor's appointment. I don't have a scale at home, so I don't ever weigh myself. But I have been doing intermittent fasting and knew I was losing weight. Yesterday, I learned that I've lost 26 pounds in the last year, and it was easy peasy. I just stopped eating breakfast. The new schedule is just the way I eat now. My doctor was very happy for me and asked if I had a goal, to which I replied, "No, not at all. This is just the way I eat now. Thanks, Nateland."
That's amazing.
That's the way to do
All
it.
right.
Mhm.
Congratulations, Bonnie.
So what do you think about getting back into it, Aaron? It just sorry. Helix. We love our Helix mattress. Just say we unboxed it. I can't talk about how fun that was. We have the Helix Dusk Lux. It has medium support, and everyone that sleeps on it is surprised how good they sleep. We've had many comics stay on it. If you're looking for a mattress, you take the quiz, you order the mattress that you are matched to, and the mattress comes right to your door, shipped for free. Helix is awesome. Helix was awarded the #1 best overall mattress pick of 2020 and by GQ and Wired magazine. HelixSleep.com/Nate. You take a 2-minute sleep quiz, which is always fun. You get to do a little quiz on it, see how you sleep. And they give you they match you to a customized mattress. I like that. Like they tell you what to do.
Yeah.
It's like when you go, because it's hard even when you lay on a mattress to go like, what do you like?
Yeah.
And you're like, I don't know what I like.
Right.
I like a lot of things. It's hard to tell.
They all feel good at the moment.
They all feel good in the moment. And so you go through this. You get to try it out for 100 nights, risk free. I mean, if you can't know by then you're never going to know. So that's the biggest thing. People should, it's like they have a 10-year warranty and you get to try it for 100 nights. Do that.
Yeah, try it.
Actually do it. Try it out for 100 nights. Helix is offering up $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows for our listeners at helixsleep.com/Nate. That is up to $200 off all mattress orders and 2 free pillows at helixsleep.com/Nate. Also, Viore. The whole podcast crew loves their Viore. Now that summer is here, I'm back to the core shorts. I've been wearing the core shorts a lot.
Yeah.
It's great because I'll wear them. I've been wearing them just like almost the whole time. And then if you want to go swimming, they're great. They're great shorts to take to on the road. Like if you're like going to just wear shorts on the road, but then if a pool pops up in your travels, then you're like, oh, I'll just wear these and I can swim in them. I think I'd buy them more than swimming trunks. Actually, now I think I would just buy these and swim in these. And we warned about any activity like running, training, yoga. But yeah, we're lounging, weekend errands. I've really wore them for that. It's the website is very easy to order, not cluttered or busy. Seriously, or order something today. Viore is an investment in your happiness. For our listeners, they are offering 20% off your first purchase. Get yourself some of the most comfortable and versatile clothing on the planet at vioreclothing.com/Nate. That is VUORI clothing.com/Nate. Not only will you receive 20% off your first purchase, but enjoy free shipping on any U.S. orders over $75 and free returns. Go to vioreclothing.com/Nate and discover the versatility of Viore clothing.
We all love athletic greens. We all love them. Even Dusty. Dusty, you're on board, right?
Yeah.
Athletic-
Oh man, I love athletic green. I mean, I'm not even in on this this ad, but I do like them. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I think it tastes good, and that's that's really what you look for with this sort of thing.
Yeah, you're more discerning than us.
I
But
got bad digestion too, so it's hard to take a pill.
it is. So, so we love athletic greens. It's so easy. I take it on the road with me. I do the little water bottle, fill it up to 12 ounces, put in a scoop, and shake it up, and you're ready to go. You get all the daily nutrients you need. It's quick. It's easy. It tastes great. Just 1 scoop of powder, water, shake, drink. You're ready to go. Travel packs are great. Right now, it's time to reclaim your health and help your immune system with convenient daily nutrition. It contains less than 1 gram of sugar, no GMOs, no nasty chemicals or artificial anything. It supports better sleep quality and recovery, and also mental clarity and alertness. Just 1 scoop of water every day. To make it easy, Athletic Greens is going to give you a free 1-year supply of immune-supporting vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. All you have to do is visit athleticgreens.com/Nate. Again, that's athleticgreens.com/Nate to take ownership over your health and pick up the ultimate daily nutritional insurance.
I love a non-GMO. Sorry about that.
That's all right, dude. I just wanted to talk to everybody about Babbel. I got some summer travels coming up. Next summer, my brother-in-law is marrying a woman from Brazil. So they will be getting married in Brazil, which means that's
Nice.
plenty of time to brush up on my Portuguese. You know where I'm doing that. Babbel. We only need 10 minutes to complete a lesson, so you can start having real-life conversations in a new language in as little as 3 weeks. That's plenty of time. Other language learning apps, the ones you've heard of, they use AI. Babbel uses real people that speak the language and are language experts. Other languages to choose from too: Spanish, French, Italian, German, Russian. You can talk back to it. It tells you how dumb your pronunciation is, and then you work on that. Start your new language learning journey today with Babbel. Right now, you can save up to 60% off your subscription when you go to babbel.com/Nate. That's BABBEL.com/Nate for up to 60% off your subscription. Babbel, language for life.
Yeah.
And finally, ladies and gentlemen, it's our old friend Upstart. It can be hard to see the light at the end of the tunnel when you have high interest debt. and sometimes it can be even harder to ask for help. That's where Upstart comes in. Folks, let's get to work with Upstart, get our personal finances in a good place. With prices rising, it's not time to get caught up in a lot of debt. Upstart-powered personal loans can help you pay down high-interest debt all online with simple, easy-to-understand payment terms. They consider other factors like your income, employment, and other information provided in your loan application to find you a smarter rate for your loan. You can check that rate in minutes for loans between $1,000 to $50,000 without impacting your credit score. Don't you hate it when it impacts your credit score?
So much.
Just for looking at something?
I hate it.
This won't do it. You can receive funds as fast as one business day after accepting your loan. So don't wait. Check your rate today at upstart.com/Nate. That's upstart.com/Nate to check your rate today. Do not forget to use our URL and let them know that we sent you. Loan amounts will be determined based on your credit, income, and certain other information provided in your loan application. Go to upstart.com/Nate. Hey, Bear.
Hey, Bear. I feel like you're a guy that thinks about their credit a lot? Or
Well,
don't, like, is it-
I feel pretty good about where my credit's at these days,
Yeah.
but there was a time when I spent a
Yeah.
lot of time thinking about credit.
Yeah, I think, I don't even really know what our credit is, but it's
Probably all right.
it's probably fine. Yeah, Laura thought about it a lot. I
You know-
never thought about
What
my
I've
credit.
noticed the thing about the credit score, when I got my credit card, I was, I'm going to build this score up. You make a payment on time,
Yeah.
on time. I did that for 2 years. And it's like your scores increased 1 point.
Oh,
And you're
yeah.
like, my God. And then you miss it 1 month and it's dropped 30 points. And you're like, what is this, dude?
Is that really how?
Yeah, I feel like it drops so easily
Yeah.
if you do one thing
My-
slightly wrong.
My credit will drop if I just spent less money than
Yeah.
last month.
Yeah.
It's like I'm still paying my bill, but
Yeah.
they're like, yeah, but you didn't spend as much.
Yeah.
And I'm
That's
like,
crazy.
Yeah.
Well, like, how does that even make sense? What is it? You need it credit for, like, if you're going to
So I just got a car.
Yes.
Yeah, they looked up my credit score and
Yeah.
it
It just shows you if you pay your bills on time.
that's all. Can we trust you to
Yeah.
pay everything?
Mhm.
Yeah.
And what's a good score?
Like anything like 680 and above is pretty good,
Yeah.
right?
And there are three places they look.
The Experian's one,
Equifax.
Equifax, and there's one other.
And
Yeah.
then they combine them.
I think they can do an average.
Yeah.
When I got the car, they just looked at one
Yeah.
and they're like, "This is fine."
Yeah. Huh. All right. Well, I hope your credit score is up to.
Yeah.
Well, they used to have all these commercials for checking your credit score, which
Yeah.
I always thought was fun because they would act like that your credit score would get better just by checking it.
Mhm.
But the reality is it can go down if you check
Just
Yeah.
for looking at
it.
it.
Yeah.
They don't want you looking that much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd say in the commercials, they go, "Do you want to live at your parents' house forever? You better check that credit score."
Yeah, exactly.
But then if you check it, you get in trouble.
Right.
They're like, "Don't look. What are you looking at?"
Yeah. Yeah. If you go to the bank
Yeah.
and the bank checks it, they call it a hard credit check. Then that can really affect it.
Like it's a bad thing because the bank you're
Uh-huh.
doing so bad that you had to get the bank involved.
Yeah.
You get punished for that.
You
Who
get
is this? Who is doing this?
these independent companies, these credit evaluators?
Okay.
Yeah.
And they decide on how you spend money.
Somebody
Like they get-
who loans you money
Yeah.
will want your score from these companies so they know
Yeah.
whether or not they can trust you.
Yeah, but you got to trust those companies. I'd imagine those companies. You're like, well, who are they? You
Sure.
could say you don't know who they are.
Yeah, but you have no leverage in this situation at all.
But how could you punish someone for just checking the score? I should be able to check the score as often as I want.
Mhm.
That doesn't seem fair.
You're right. It doesn't.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know why they do
That's
that.
the way it works.
you're not even allowed to go see. So how do you know if it's bad?
Well, they're like, well, it must not be good if you're worried about it this much.
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know the
if
reason.
if that's real, that's crazy.
That can't be the reason.
That can't be that you get punished for wondering.
I
Like
think
you just,
that-
I mean, like, is our credit going to go down because we're talking about this
Yeah,
right now?
could be.
Yeah.
I think there's a soft check where you can look and it doesn't affect it.
You just got to peep.
Is there a-
I don't know.
That's
I've
like
heard that.
All
though.
right, you can look through the door. Jim.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
you
you can
can't
look
walk
through
in the room.
You can look
you
through
can
the
look through the
screen
gym.
door.
You have a
As long as you don't
goes-
open it.
Can you have a friend look for you?
I saw two
Yeah.
zeros. I don't know if there was a 1 or a 7, but it's either a 1 or 700. I'm either 100 or 700. That's what I know I'm at. Like that's I don't like who like how hard is it to check someone's credit? Like it doesn't even.
It's pretty easy.
It's not like you got to go to a factory and they got to put together like, all right, you want me to check you? Then it's like you're gonna get punished. It's you're like, how's your credit score not just stay like on a? You could have it on your app.
Mine is on my credit card app when it's just it's just right there on the home screen.
So every time you see it.
Yeah, but that's a soft check.
Yeah.
A hard inquiry or a hard check is when a financial institution actually does like an official look at.
And I think the thing
that
is
affects your credit score.
You can drop your credit score can drop.
I think if you like try to get a loan and then someone looks at your credit and decides that your credit's not good enough, and then you go somewhere else, and then they check, I think you're like dropping because they're going, well, if these banks don't trust this guy, do we really trust him?
Yeah, here's an explanation from Credit Karma. They said multiple hard inquiries in a short period, if you're getting a lot of hard checks in a short amount of time, that could lead lenders and credit card issuers to consider you a higher risk customer, as it suggests you may be short on cash or are getting ready to rack up a lot of debt. Yeah. So if they're like, if you're checking on your credit score, if you get a hard check, then you're about to go into, you're about to get a lot of money. Yeah. You're about to go into debt.
Oh.
So
but that's what they want. I don't know why they would make your credit go down. That's what they want. They should have loaned a lot of money.
I don't know.
Well, the idea of the soft credit, I just don't like that. It's like, what's the soft? So the soft one, you're like, you're not. So that's not a real number, and you're like, I'm eyeballing it. Yeah. Like I mean, like if you could look at your soft credit, can it really be like it's 6? So soft credit says it's 680, and then you go to a hard one, they're like it's 200.
Yeah, just do it at the bank on your own app. Go, this is it right here.
Yeah. Like, what's the difference of a soft and I think I don't like that. There's a way that it's like it feels like someone could change something. I think that's what like from the soft to the hard is like there's something where you're like, well, what does that mean? Like, what is that? Why is it like? Well, this one's kind of it, and then you go look here, and you're like, well, now that's someone just literally looking at you, going like, I don't want.
Because if you have a higher limit on your credit card, then your credit will go up. So it's almost like if they're like, you're allowed to have this much, can we trust you with it?
Yeah.
Here you go. Not to get too crazy, but the scary part is this. Let's say the government starts looking at your number, and then they go, you can't go to a grocery store if your credit score is under a certain number.
Yeah.
Your kid can't go to college if your credit score is under a certain number. It's crazy.
Yeah.
That can happen.
Yeah.
They say you can't go to a grocery store if your credit's too low?
Why not? What's stopping them?
That's what they're saying right now. They said that today. It came out in the news today. That's been happening for years. That's a good,
Well, China in some places they give you the social credit score.
Yeah.
They give you a score.
That is true.
Just being a person.
Yeah.
Like you're a good dude, not good dude.
And you're not allowed to do certain stuff if your score.
They always use
really?
They always use jaywalking. They say like if you're caught jaywalking, they'll drop or if you're not nice to people.
What are you not allowed to do?
I think I like this.
What are you not allowed to do?
I think get things like get a loan or buy certain things.
Or not ride public transportation.
Oh, really?
I think so in China, yeah.
Because that's crazy. So you're allowed to just
not all of China, but just certain places.
Yeah.
Kind of like an Uber rating.
Yeah.
It is. It's like an Uber rating for your whole life.
Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah.
But who decides that in China? The government or like crowdsource?
Because they're the ones
writing
it off.
Yeah.
I would imagine. I mean, I don't think it's I don't think it's all probably done with the right heart in mind.
No.
A lot of the things, it's like an idea that you're like, the heart is there.
right.
But it's...
They mean well.
But I don't know.
You can get throttled internet speeds. You can get banned from flights.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah.
Because you're social, you're like, it was a bachelor party. It was 25 years ago. I can't. You're not going to let me into this Toys R Us? All right. This week, talking about the opposite of any of this. Animal tax.
All right.
Yep. Yeah.
I love it.
Animal
I
tax.
imagine if you get attacked by an animal, that's going to lower your social credit score, though.
Does it do the animals? I don't know if it would. Would it? Is it? It depends on. I would be curious to see what the animal attack. Like it depends if what's the situation.
How did you handle yourself during it?
Well, were
Did you lose your cool?
Like, was it provoked? If you provoked it, that's your social score.
Is the animal endangered?
Yeah.
Oh, that's another one.
That's not good.
Well, I'm guessing the governments that are initiating programs like that aren't too crazy about protecting endangered species. That's the way I think.
Yeah. A political statement.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, China's not known for
Wow.
its national parks or anything.
Are they not? They
Maybe
don't
it
have
is.
any?
I genuinely don't have any idea.
Yeah.
They got a great wall.
Yeah, they're pretty big about that. Their big thing they're big about is don't come in here. Have you seen our wall?
Yeah.
That's like a very funny thing that you offer. Can I get a tour of the house? Yeah, first look at the front door and the outside of it. Welcome to this. You're not allowed in. Like that is. Everybody goes and takes. Their biggest thing is to go look at the thing that doesn't let people in. That's the. You've seen our Great Wall of China. I don't know. That might not even be with the Wall of China. It's like,
Yeah.
it's
I think
just
at one time it was.
the idea of like our big thing
Yeah.
is to keep people out.
And ours is the Statue of Liberty, which is welcoming people to the
Yeah.
country.
Yeah, have you seen ours? Right when you come in the door.
Yeah.
Hello, there it is. Welcome to New
Lighten
Jersey.
the way for you.
Yeah,
Big torch up there.
They did a survey a few months ago of Americans to see what animals would win in a fight and what animals humans could beat in a fight. And if you could pull that up,
Yeah.
6% of American men said they could beat a grizzly bear in a fight. Which
So,
is
I
ridiculous.
I imagine these are big dudes, though,
Yeah.
that would say that.
Yeah, but still, come on.
just juke it.
Well, what about like a Brock Lesnar type? You don't think Brock
Yeah.
Lesnar could take a grizzly bear? At
I
least
looked
give him a
up
good
like
fight?
could an MMA fighter like choke a bear out or just anything, and they're like, no, it would be over just like that.
But people have done it before.
Yeah,
People have fought off bears.
yeah.
Well, they fought off. They didn't win a fight.
Did
I'd
they?
say
The
if
bear left.
I mean, I saw The Revenant. That's based on a true story.
Bye, bear.
He had a gun and a knife.
You remember the old Tank Abbott MMA guy? I think
Yeah.
if he
Yeah.
got a couple of punches to the face of the grizzly bear, I think
Yeah.
he'd take it.
Well, Khabib
Tank
wrestled bears,
Abbott.
right?
When he was a kid, Khabib would wrestle bears. Yeah, they're big dudes.
Yeah, I'd take this guy over a bear.
Yeah.
It's the idea that so your brains come into
What?
it.
Are you
What?
serious?
Yeah,
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah.
People have killed bears
Yeah.
before.
So your smartness comes into play too. So that's used as your advantage. You're talking about pure strength? No humans is strong.
Yeah.
You're talking about like just straight up they walk in and it's like here we go. And you just gotta be smarter than the bear. You trip it.
Yeah,
It falls down.
but
You know how hard
yeah,
it is for a bear to get back up? It's not
Imagine
easy.
a bear comes and attacks a guy like Butterbean.
Yeah,
And
I
then
got Butterbean pulled up.
starts whacking him. He's like, whoa, I didn't see
Yeah.
that coming. Yeah. He's like, the last guy I attacked just laid down on the ground and played dead.
I think a lot of stuff will have to go right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To say the least.
But
I mean, like, what about like
I think 6%'s a good amount. I would like that's a good amount that said they could do it. You're
yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah, I
Okay.
believe those 6%.
yeah. I believe those 6, and you could talk me that it's only 4, and there's 2% that's just where you're a lunatic,
What about like
and then there's a 4% that you're like, all right,
Now that if you can scroll down a little bit further, it will show like what animals. That's what you could beat.
I love
in
that
a
there's
fight.
a rat,
28% that feel like they can't take out a rat.
yeah,
I might be one of those 28.
Yeah.
yeah, house cat, a goose, 61%. Goose are tricky.
Yeah, they're mean.
They're mean.
I got boxed out by some geese on a hike in Bristol, Tennessee. This little narrow passageway. This goose just stood there in the middle and just wouldn't let me pass. And it took like 20 minutes. They're scary, dude.
The thing
Yeah.
about a lot of these animals is you can't just go around kicking a goose. Like if you were down there on that trail and that goose was coming at you and you kicked it, stomped that goose into the ground, and then some other hikers came,
Yeah.
they'd be like, "Jeez, dude."
What if? So I would think that you got to look at you look at this list of animals. So
Yeah.
it goes rat, house cat, goose, medium sized dog. Medium sized dog down to 50%. Think they could beat it. Eagle 30, large dog 23, chimpanzee 17, king cobra 15. So now you get into the low ones. So you got to go. All right, where am I getting nervous at? Large dog. You're like, all right, I think I could beat it. I think you got to look at like what animal am I comfortable charging.
Mhm.
So who am I comfortable like grabbing and like charging, and you got to really be on man-to-man combat. And so you got the dog. The chimpanzee, I think, is tough because they're just they're strong
yeah.
that if they and they have fingers and stuff
Right.
like you. So that's bad news.
Yep.
King Cobra obviously is just, I mean, I think you could beat it up. You'd have to get it by the tail and then sling it. But once you did that, it would be over. But
I charm it. I play music.
you would.
Yeah. My
This
dad
guy's
told
not
me he
very
knew a guy
charming.
that got attacked by a fox recently. He was
Yeah.
cleaning his pool and a fox came up. And he said the guy killed the fox,
Yeah.
but the fox was tearing him up, was
Yeah.
biting his legs and
Yeah.
just bit the guy up. In the end, he won,
Yeah.
but he got eat up.
Yeah, I think every animal is going to be tough. I mean, even
Yeah.
a rat would be hard because it's a matter of like you got to think. Now, this is not a normal fight. This is a fight to the death. So you're thinking you're in a room, you can't leave the room. One of you, maybe not. Is it a fight to death? Fight to death. I don't.
They
know.
don't specify.
To the death. It's gonna be tough to kill a grizzly bear with your bare hands.
Yeah.
Like it's gonna be tough to kill a lot of these things.
Yeah, even the stories I know about people that have killed grizzly bears, they had a knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So, and that's but it's not fair.
He's
'cause the
been
grizzly
looking at me
bears-
disappointed since I said that.
Like,
He's been
well, yeah, I mean-
mean mugging me from across the table.
I just think it's ridiculous. Think you could beat a bear in a fight.
you
with
think
your-
it's
your bare
ridiculous that
hands.
any single human being could beat
I do.
you don't think any human being who's ever lived could take a grizzly bear in a fight?
Andre the Giant.
I mean, maybe you get lucky and survive, but you're not.
Well, that's what we're talking about.
No. You could run from a bear and survive. I'm talking about
No, I'm
where
talking
he
about
got the worst.
fight,
He got the
winning a
worst of
fight.
it. No,
Bam Bam Bigelow.
no. These bears weigh 500, 600, 700 pounds. They've got the huge paws and
yeah.
claws. They're allowed to bring knives.
I almost think a lion is scarier to me than a bear.
Mm-hmm.
Why is that?
Because a lion is like you don't know how to grab it.
Well,
But you can ride
cats-
a lion. You can
Cats
ride
just
it.
feel like it would be a house cat feels like it would be tough in
Yeah.
a lot of ways, but then make it a lion.
Yeah.
I heard of a lady.
I would slide and take all 4 of its legs out.
Oh yeah,
His legs are small.
yeah.
I'd go if I have the lion, I'm going legs, maybe tail. I want to do something with the tail. I bet they don't like that.
Tail. Yeah, tail's got to be the way.
I don't
to
think
go.
they.
Yeah.
I bet they don't like that at all.
what about the
meant-
mane?
And if you control that tail, you
I-
control that line.
I read a story about a lady in Georgia that choked out a bobcat with her bare hands.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
And it said it was trying to attack her and her grandbaby. So she choked it out. And then I went to that town and did comedy. And I talked about that lady at the show. Next time I went back to that town, she came
No way.
and we met.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what'd she say?
Well, she just said, I called her a hero.
Yeah.
And she said, well, I'm not a hero, but
Yeah.
I was about to attack my grandbaby.
You go to this town a lot, huh?
I've been there twice.
Yeah.
It only took 2 times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is this D.D.
Word got
Phillips? Was
around?
that her name?
I don't know. What's the town that you got here?
This is the town Hart County, 110 miles
I think
northeast
we
of Atlanta.
went to the town. We did the show together in that theater.
Oh, okay.
And she came to that show.
Oh, wow.
Well, we stayed at that cabin.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I was with you.
Yeah.
I don't remember meeting this woman.
Yeah.
I would think you would.
Well, she was just a regular woman.
it's
You
a
know,
crazy show.
it wasn't right after the attack.
Did
She
you
might-
did when
Okay.
you after you met him? Did you not go to Aaron and go? By the way, that woman
Never,
think-
strangled a bobcat.
Never
I'm
brought
sure
it
I
up.
did.
Yeah.
The bobcat was rabid, by the way,
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
which kind of ups the ante a little bit.
Yeah. But it's weak.
that fox probably was too.
Yeah.
It was weak though.
It was weak, but if you get bit or it gets on you at all, you
Yeah, get
could
tetanus
get
shot.
rabies. Yeah.
I bet she had
A
a
rabies
tetanus
shot.
Tetanus shot.
Rabies.
Tetanus. I would ask for a tetanus shot.
Then you die of rabies right
I
after.
tell you what,
I'm so thirsty.
I'm tired of going to the doctor and go, when was your last tetanus shot? I don't know. Quit asking me. I don't. Does everybody just remember?
I don't remember mine.
And they go, have you had a tetanus shot recently? And then they're like, well, in the past 10 years. What are you talking about, dude?
I don't walk around stepping on
Yeah.
a lot of nails.
Yeah, I have no idea when I've had a tetanus shot. I don't know.
Stepping on a nail was a big fear for us as a kid for some reason. You
There's
know?
a chance I've never had a tetanus shot, and I've just told doctors I think I did have one recently
Yeah.
because I can never remember.
Is there a danger in getting too many too close to each other?
I don't know, but they should keep more of a better chart.
Yeah.
You
Maybe
know,
keep track of that a little.
It's because you're getting tetanus shots. I mean, you get a tetanus shot, you can get them in a back alley. I mean, they're just handing them out.
Oh, yeah.
So
Oh,
you're never like at a proper thing. You're always like just in the back of a Home Depot. You want a tetanus shot? And you're like, I don't. It's like, if you had one recently, you're like, why am I even getting offered this right now?
Yeah. Well, there was the list of deadliest animals in the U.S. I mean, you could guess, but we're going to tell you it's not what we're talking about. It's not a trick question, but it's not like the meanest animal.
The deadliest?
The spider, something.
Mosquito.
Mosquito is by far the deadliest worldwide. Deer,
Oh, yeah. Deers are pretty wild.
Deer kill people.
just because of car wrecks.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm
here
saying.
we
It's a
go.
little misleading.
Here we go.
I mean, there's one list that said humans because of global warming.
Oh,
my
goodness.
God. Here we go. We can't even have a conversation.
I think the humans could be a lot more deadly for other reasons
Yeah.
than global warming.
Yeah, they just straight up kill each other.
Yeah. But deer, I've heard about people shooting deer, going to look for the deer and had not killed it, and then the deer attack them.
Mhm.
Oh, that's a pretty smart move on the deer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of respect it.
Yeah.
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 Just standing up behind a tree.
You'll have a very funny joke about that,
Yeah.
shooting at a deer and
Oh,
he
yeah.
not letting it go.
Yeah.
Do you remember that?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You shoot a deer and missed, and the deer, yeah, the deer says,
And the wife's like, "Let
yeah.
it go." He's like, "No, no, no,
No,
no,
no,
no."
no, no, yeah, yeah. No. Go back inside. Hey, where do you get off? Something like that. Yeah.
Well, as far as bear attacks, it basically said don't do what you suggested. Don't try to run from the bear. The grizzly bear, that is.
Because no one's trying it.
They said they can run as fast as a horse, and
Wow.
they'll catch you.
It doesn't. It just doesn't matter. It's the.
It's the juice
Hey,
in
Bear.
it out.
Shake and bake.
Barry
Shake and bake.
Sanders could evade a grizzly bear.
Yeah.
I bet so. I bet
In his
Barry
prime.
Sanders
Yeah.
could tackle a grizzly bear.
Well, he's a running back.
Now, if you
But
get,
you tell me though he couldn't tackle it. You tell me Barry Sanders couldn't tackle it.
Yeah.
Come on, come on.
You sound like a guy. I feel like you slurred that too. Like, you
did.
sounded like an old drunk Dusty. that's like,
tell me best.
you tell Barry Sanders. You said Barry Sanders can't tackle bugger, and you're like, Dusty, are you driving? Did you? Barry Sanders, you go look me in the face.
You sounded Cajun.
Right now in the face, you gonna look me in the eyes, face, and say, Barry Sanders, Barry Sanders, I can't tell you. Barry Sanders can't take a bear. Barry Sanders can't take a grizzly bear. Is that what you gonna tell me, right? Like, all right, Dusty, all right, bud. This guy, something's wrong with him.
It says while you're walking on the trail, grizzly bears yell hello or whoop whoop.
Hey, Bear. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop.
Why let another cop? Popo here.
Or clap your hands. That's
Hey,
nothing.
Bear.
Bells don't work, they said. Not effective warning.
What doesn't work?
Wearing a bell.
Oh,
Because you can hear.
Did we talk about that show Alone yet?
No, but I've been getting told about it a bunch.
I just watched the season that's on Netflix.
Yeah, it's like season 8, and I heard it's awesome.
Yeah, it is really cool. And they say hey bear a ton
Yeah,
because they run into grizzly bears nonstop. But they also all have an air horn on them.
yeah.
They give them all an air horn, and
Yeah.
and that'll get them to go away most of the
That's
time.
why, like, so you look at a fight. So it depends on what comes into play with a fight. So it's the 6%. I get the idea of like, yes, the bears are much stronger, but in a fight, if like they're scared of noise, an air horn, then you're like, you do have it. Like, there's some advantage of the fact that this bear is so dumb
Yeah.
that comes into play.
Mm-hmm.
Pure strength, I can't. But I mean, outsmarting it is. I'm not saying you're going to take the risk of this. Not even saying you would take the risk of fighting this, like that you're. But if you have to in a situation you're fighting it, you're going to have to use your smarts, and that's when you talk about running with it. You're just zigzagging. You're going through the trees. Go make circles around some trees. He doesn't know he's never seen this.
Yeah.
They're just all, they walk straight. They don't do, and you're.
Let me ask you this,
making
Brian.
juking.
The grizzly bear comes at me.
Yeah.
And we kind of square up, and then I yell as loud as an air horn, and the grizzly bear runs away.
Mhm.
Is that not winning the fight to you?
I don't even think that was a fight.
But it would be the start of a fight. You're talking about physical strength. We're talking about, look, can I bench press as much as a bear? No.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Is he going to do better than me at the combine? Yes. But am I going to? Is
I
he going
wanna
to make
see
the
that.
team? I don't know, because he can't keep it together long enough.
I like the idea that you square up with the bear
Yeah.
and then yell like an
Yeah.
air horn.
Yeah. Best
Bear Sands. Because him, Bear Sands can't tackle Grizz Bear. He's linebacker for the New York Giants. Bear Sands. Doesn't know anything about sport.
Barry Sanders could do
Because
it.
him,
Though.
Bear Sands,
Come on.
fast baseball player, played baseball.
The New York Giants.
Yeah.
So if you're attacked by a grizzly bear, you should play dead. But if it's a black bear, don't play dead. Try to fight it off.
What does they say? If it's black, fight back. If it's brown, lay down.
Yeah,
Mhm.
that's right.
It's good to remember.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at the screen here. I see that there is some percentage that appears to be able to beat an elephant. Now, that's the most astounding to me.
It says
Yeah.
9% of men say they could take on an elephant.
8%.
8% of women.
Yeah. I mean,
I mean, an elephant's
Now-
huge.
Yeah, but an elephant is not real nimble. It's
yeah.
not in
Just
it.
jump on
Its turn radius, it probably takes
It's like jumping
10
on
years to rotate
yeah,
around.
It's going to jump on one of those like Velcro walls. That's what I just picture it. Sit there and
Its legs are all spread open.
yeah, and you just. I mean, yeah, we're talking about if you're talking about physical strength, then there's basically no on all this. But if you're allowed to use your brain,
Mhm.
your brain is extremely powerful, and these elephants, they,
I mean, they're in the circus, dude. We've
Yeah.
conquered the elephant.
yeah,
Bears, too, though.
We've conquered the whole world.
yeah.
We're killing
It
it.
You
is
don't see
true.
a lot of gorillas in the circus, though, do you?
Well,
You see chimpanzees.
you see
Yeah.
A
chimpanzees
good
all
bit
the
of them.
time.
I mean,
yeah.
they're a dime a dozen.
Yeah.
Too many of them, a lot of people say. What do you got, chimpanzees?
Yeah.
Find me a circus that doesn't
Yeah.
have chimpanzees.
Yeah, what kind of circus is this?
Yeah.
It says if an elephant.
I don't know who won the fight. I don't know. Go to our zoo. We have them in cages. So who? You tell me. Let me go meet your bear zoo that's got a cul-de-sac that I can go walk around and visit. You can't.
It says if an elephant tries to attack you, stand your ground and shout loudly at the elephant. In most cases, it'll make one or two mock charges and then move off. You got to be really not to flinch there.
Yeah.
If the elephant isn't mock charging but makes a real charge, run from the animal in a zigzag pattern and find a large object to hide behind. Yell something like "No" or "Stop that" or "Get out of here" at the elephant.
That's the only
Okay.
words they know.
Stop that.
No.
No.
It's like an elephant that has no interaction with a human being. And then he goes, no. He goes, all right.
Now, there was a case last month in India where a elephant killed a woman. And they found her body, and then they had the funeral. And on the way to the funeral, the elephant saw the woman's body and came running and trampled her corpse again. It was so mad at her for whatever reason that it
Yes.
sought her out.
You got to love
Why
this
did they
elephant.
bring the elephant to the funeral?
You got to love that
Where?
elephant.
Oh, wait.
They say an elephant never
she got
forgets.
killed by an elephant.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then the elephant, why was that elephant at the funeral?
That's what I'm.
Yeah.
It was outdoors, and it was just roaming, and they were like an outdoor place to have the funeral. And the elephant comes out of nowhere. This is India, and
Comes
And
out of
attacked her.
nowhere.
See, I
Elephant
don't
comes.
know if I believe any, like, so this is what I think. There's a little bit of parts that people think, they make it sound like India or these other countries that people like don't know how to live.
Yeah.
And they don't know how to even exist on Earth. Because that doesn't make sense to me. That I like this story is, you're like, so she was killed by an elephant.
yeah,
And the elephant stayed. And then they said, we're doing it at the funeral. And you're like, we thought about doing it where she was killed by the elephant. And then the elephant's like, "Dadgummit, she's still here," and then runs and does it again.
Yep.
It doesn't make like it's like you want to go like, what do you don't think Indian people know how to live a life, dude? Like they're not. It's just I don't know if I believe this.
I
Yeah.
love that elephant.
Could you
Yeah.
Google it?
Yeah. I'll agree.
I mean, I love that elephant. That elephant's like, nah, I'm not letting it go.
Yeah,
I don't know what that lady
Yeah.
did. but
Elephants have great memories.
I'd like to know what she did.
yeah,
Because that elephant was like, nah, this lady does not deserve this funeral.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's a big long story. Elephant reportedly returns a woman's funeral after trampling her to death. I just don't. It's like
Well,
It's loading. It's just,
All right.
yeah.
It's just going to take a minute.
so what do you do if an alligator or a crocodile comes out?
Zigzag.
That's what we'd always heard, but that's not true.
Oh, what do you do?
You roll.
Yeah,
Go ahead, because that's what he's going to try to do to you. So you go ahead and do
You
it.
go ahead and do it and roll
Yeah.
to the ground. I
Yeah,
like
and the
that.
alligator's like, oh, well, that's
Yeah.
what I was going to do. So
Yeah, I would say you run and jump. Like right when he's running at you, you run and jump.
Jump
Yeah,
over it.
like
Jump
the
over it.
like the game Pitfall.
Yeah.
the old Atari game.
Yeah,
Do you run toward him and then
Yep.
right when you get there, jump him?
yeah,
Yeah.
It'll take him a while to turn around.
yeah. They always say like these animals can run 30 miles, but that's the thing too. Like, but they don't want to chase you. Like if
Mhm.
like they can run and burst, but you go tell me that an alligator can keep up 30 miles an hour for a good.
Well, you're right. In this case, they say run as fast as you can in a straight line because you can outrun an alligator. It says they run 18 to 20 miles per hour. It would catch me, but most people, they say, could outrun an alligator or a crocodile if you just run as fast as you can away.
Yeah,
So don't run a zigzag. They just said run as fast as you can in a straight line.
zigzag probably would get you caught.
Yeah, it would slow it down.
Yeah, yeah.
So
Yeah, I would think that you could. It's yeah, I would because all these animals can run fast, but like unless it's like a lion or it's like something that's like honey, like
Yeah, alligator's all about the sneak attack.
yeah,
Just don't be in a swamp getting down to scoop a little water.
like that's even like with a bear. So if I get out of where the bear is being protective, like where the cubs are, eventually if you run and get far enough away, does the bear then just go like, all right, he's out of my zone, and then you just keep going another way? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
Probably.
he's like finally he's gone.
yeah.
It won't stray too far from home.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
it's just trying to get you out of you got to go into like, what does the bear want? He just doesn't want me to
I
be
think-
she doesn't want me to be here.
They're so fast that they catch you quick. You don't even
A
get to
bear?
get out of their zone.
But they got to run through trees and stuff. I mean, it's
Yeah.
not like there's not. Yeah, we're talking about like on a track. If I meet a bear and we're on a high school running track, I'm in trouble. But if you got some trees in the way,
But don't you have those same trees?
but I'm way smaller,
So you can dodge them.
I could. I mean, it's.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on your dodging ability. That's for sure.
There was
Your
a
dodging ability is much better than a bear's. I mean, I know they can go, but they're going to just start hitting some trees and they're going to knock them down with their force. Look, I'm not saying we're trying to do this with a bear completely, but
It's possible.
let's have a conversation about it.
There was a couple weeks ago. There was a video family hiking and a bear started following them, and they had their kids with them,
Oh yeah, I saw it.
and they were yelling, "Hey bear!"
Yeah,
And the little kid was like, "Can we play dead now?"
yeah,
And I think after a while, that bear finally just trailed off.
yeah,
You just got bored with them eventually?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think it was like 20 minutes. of
yeah.
walking.
Follow them for a while. They don't. It's not like the bear wants to eat you really, unless they're in like I started. There's this podcast on YouTube or something called Scary Bear Attacks.
Mm-hmm.
And it's just brutal grizzly
Yeah.
bear attacks. And so I just started I started listening. Like there was a bear. It's apparently in this story a long time ago, like where this was forever ago, but a bear like killed like 6 people in a family. Like went into a house and like went after like the people, But this was the back when people left, which I guess is the same with the India thing, saying the same thing. Like they still live like.
This was the case in India. Was an elephant escaped from a nearby wildlife sanctuary. It was like 10 minutes away from this little city.
Yeah.
So it was like a wild elephant on the loose
Mm-hmm.
it attacked this woman, killed her, and then showed back up when they were doing the funeral.
I like to think that woman was at the zoo the day before taunting the elephant.
Throwing stuff
And the
at it.
elephant was like, you know what? I have figured out how to get out of here, but I didn't have a good reason. But I'm going to go
Now
ahead.
I do.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Now I'm going to go ahead and get out of
Yeah.
here.
It was a 70-year-old woman, too.
Yeah, it still seems crazy.
Yeah, it's definitely a crazy
Yeah,
story.
it's a crazy story.
I don't know.
Well,
I don't know.
Hugh
I'd like to
Glass, the guy from The Revenant,
There's never a photo of like there's like that's like a file photo. Like there's never. It's all this. I just would like to be like, where's I guess I want to wrap my head around it.
yeah,
Mhm.
It's hard. And I could be completely wrong, but
So you said the guy from the what were you about the guy from the
Hugh
Revenant?
Glass, the guy The Revenant's based
Yeah.
on. That's a real story. The grizzly bear, and they did leave him for dead. Two
Yeah.
guys, they thought he wasn't going to make it and left him for dead, and then he crawled his way to safety and sought those guys out. He didn't kill them, but it's much more true than I realized about
Yeah.
The Revenant.
what did you do when he got to him?
I think one of them was fighting in the war, and he told him that you better stay enlisted in the army, or if you ever leave the army, I'm going to kill you.
Yeah,
He just threatened him. And the other one, I can't remember. One thing I read is he said he just forgave him.
yeah.
The other one said he threatened them.
Why did they leave him out there? Just because?
They thought he was dead. They wasn't going to make it.
Oh, they were all together.
It was just two guys
Yeah,
that were left, just like the movie, left to watch
I
after
don't.
him.
I mean, I need to watch it again. I barely.
You know, most of them went on. Two guys
Yeah.
volunteered to stay and watch him. And
Oh, because he was attacked with the group. Two guys stayed to watch him to heal him back up, and then they go, look, he's not going to make it, and so then they left,
left him for dead.
and then he,
And he survived. He
Yeah.
crawled himself to
yeah,
safety.
yeah.
That movie was wild. I mean, I said it already, but that changed my whole outlook on bears. I still think Butterbean, Tank Abbott got a good chance with a bear, but not
Mhm.
me.
Yeah,
Not me.
I don't think they got a good chance.
Yeah.
They got, but it's
Better chance than us.
yeah. I mean, the Bears are so much stronger. I mean, it's a joke in the fact that like they can lift a car.
I
of
just
course.
think Butterbean pops
they can
that
move a
guy
car
couple
like
of
it's
times.
not with one hand.
Butterbean in his prime pops him a couple of times. That bear's going to be like, well, this I didn't really bargain for this.
But if you add your brains into it, the smart.
That bear in Alaska, the one that walked past the tourist,
Yeah.
that's so crazy that I mean, I'm sure they were scared to death, but they're just, I mean, I guess you just freeze. But
What about Mike Tyson versus a bear
If he
Mike
had to take
Tyson
a punch
in his prime.
in his prime?
in his prime, but he gets at least the first punch.
Yeah.
Is it enough to make the bear?
I mean,
walk
look at that
away?
thing.
Here's a bear walking through
Yeah, that's so big.
Alaska Katmai National Park.
Yeah, that looks like that's a grizzly bear, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. If that bear wants to and he sees himself,
He sees himself on the side.
and he comes back to them.
Yeah. They're saying, hey, bear.
Oh,
Why are they saying anything?
yeah. Try
Yeah.
to be nice to it.
I mean,
And then,
They're friendly.
well, because you have no choice, I guess, there to just like try not to be like, I hope he doesn't really care about us.
I think the move is not make a sound.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I think, but it's don't make any jerky motions
Yeah.
or sudden movements or I mean it's when you think all right it's gone and then when it stops and turns you're like oh boy.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
I don't think people can think it's you're kind of like well I don't know if anything's going to happen with this but I mean look the bear it would be tough to beat it in a fight.
There's a guy.
But your brains have to come into it. If the bear gets you, it's over. I think if it gets any human, it's over. You can't get them off of But if you gotta
Yeah, you got to be quick.
You gotta do some moves. You gotta figure something out. If you run, you gotta run. I think you gotta run. They tell you don't run then, but when the bear starts attacking you,
Yeah.
I think at a
I
point,
think your instincts kick in.
Could
Yeah.
a lion beat a bear, you think?
That would be a fun match.
Well,
I think I looked it up.
Didn't you ask that?
Yeah,
last
we
time?
asked. I don't think
Okay.
I don't think it could. They would never meet.
There is cases
they
of
won't,
a Siberian.
They will one day in my world.
we could make it happen. Yeah.
I think a
At the
Siberian.
Nateland theme
Yeah.
park.
At the Nateland theme park. I'm not
Siberian
gonna have
tigers have
barriers
killed
between
bears.
mine. Huh?
Siberian tigers, I think, have killed bears.
Grizzly bears.
Mhm,
Yeah,
I think so. Those tigers are huge. They're much bigger.
it's a matter of you got to like this. Is it going to know it's in a fight? So if you tell a grizzly bear like you're in a fight and he's like, "All right, I understand that," then you're in trouble. But you know,
Right.
Like if you get surprised by one. Yeah.
There was bear attacks, especially black bears, incredibly rare. But there was a couple years ago in the Smoky Mountains, they found a bear eating a guy. The guy was dead, and they were like, "Wow, this is crazy." They euthanized the bear. Turns out the guy had already died from a meth overdose, and the bear had just found him. So it wasn't like a bear attack. Just happened the bear found the body. But people were freaking out for a short time. Like there's a wild bear on the loose.
Yeah.
I feel like there's a comic I know that has a joke about
Chance Willie has a joke about that.
Okay,
It's like,
yeah.
well, now the bear is on meth.
Yeah.
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 It's like a meth edible, he says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, constricting snakes, would you know what to do there?
How to get out of it?
Yeah.
Hey bear.
Yeah.
And you
Bite the snake.
Yeah. You need to get your arms in there.
It says take your non-dominant hand, wrap your arm around your ribs to
Yeah.
try to protect it, and then take your dominant and try to pull it off
Yeah.
by the head. But
Depends on how big it is. If it's big, you're in trouble.
It's like an
yeah.
anaconda.
Is
you're
biting
done.
it not an option?
No, it is. All options are on the table.
Yeah. I would say bite a chunk out of it.
Yeah.
Constrict it.
Yeah. I don't know if you could bite through enough.
yeah, I wouldn't.
You could try. I mean,
Yeah.
I definitely think you try it. Obviously, try anything.
Jeez.
Yeah, these anacondas are. I think if it gets near you, you're done.
I think we're going
Just get
like
right
if we
with
could win a
God.
fight with a bear, we're going back to like it's basically it's like all right, I technically couldn't win a fight with a bear, but if I had to take a test and the bear had to take a test, I think I could pass the test.
I
You
agree
know,
with that.
my sister used to work at the horticulture department in Auburn. and
What?
At the horticulture department, they do like, I don't know, wildlife stuff, plants.
So what's the word?
Horticulture.
Horticulture.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I was a kid and I was wandering around in there and I went into this lady's office and she had this snake. I think it was a python. And she let me hold the snake.
Mm.
And then I'm just hanging out holding the snake. And then she gets a phone call and goes into another room. And I'm just holding the snake.
Yeah.
And then the snake keeps like almost like cocking its head back,
Yeah.
like it's
Oh,
about
man.
to snap
Yeah.
at me. And I was freaking out. And I remember kind of busting into this lady's office and just giving her the snake
Yeah.
and running out of there. I do not do snakes.
Yeah.
I mean, snakes that's the scariest to me.
Yeah.
God cursed them.
Yeah. It's this.
It would people are sometimes too relaxed with giving someone a snake when they're used to being around snakes and they kind of hand them off like a little too loosey goosey.
Snakes are there used to be this this place we used to go to. They called it Ripville, but it was a creek that you would go. I mean, my dad lived way out in the country, but you had to go further out in the country to get to this little creek. And we would go out there, and the creek was crystal clear, and it had this like waterfall, but the waterfall was all rock, and it was real slick, so you could slide down this.
Oh.
It was like a big like nature water slide.
Mm.
And then when you got down into the bottom, it was a little pool, and then they had a rope that you could climb and walk up the rock. And I was always like ready to get in. I mean, I wanted to be the first one in there.
Mhm.
And I slid down this thing and I swam over to the rope, and there was a snake wrapped around the rope.
Ugh.
Oh wow.
And I was like, oh no.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
because I'm like, I'd seen the movie Lonesome Dove, and I don't know if you've seen that, but there's a scene
Yeah.
where a guy falls off the horse and gets eaten up by all these water moccasins.
Yeah.
Oh, I haven't seen that. What's that
and
about?
It's
It's a great Western series.
Oh, I thought it was like
well,
something
it's an
with
old
soap.
movie, and Robert Duvall, Tommy Lee Jones. It's great.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to get away from it, and my friend throws a rock at the snake, which I thought for sure was going to send him my way.
Yeah.
And it swam the other way, and it was like, Chambers County, and it was so great, and that I got away, and
Yeah.
and then we swam out there the rest of the day. We didn't even.
It didn't bother you. Did we're looking at some old footage from Dusty's.
There he is.
Wow,
Yeah.
this is amazing. I had no idea this existed.
Yeah, there's some footage from the 1960s. Ripville, Chambers County, Alabama.
I was out there in the
Yeah.
90s.
Yeah,
Yeah, it
same
probably
look.
looks the same. Though.
Yeah, Ripville.
Same look, same mindset.
Yeah, there it is. Oh man, that's amazing.
Now,
That's pretty great.
There you go. That's big. Yeah.
wolf attack.
Mm.
Oh,
If a wolf attacks you, you should avoid showing your teeth.
why?
They see that as a threat, like you're growling at them.
What's already
That's
attacking?
a Joe Zimmerman joke.
Well,
He talks about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I should say a wolf encounter. Excuse me, not
Oh,
attack.
okay,
A wolf encounter. Avoid showing your teeth. Lower your head and bow slightly. The wolf will see this as a submissive and non-threatening behavior.
So they're a breeze to get around. He goes, all right, go ahead. Go ahead.
It says, head for a fire. Wolves hate fire, and smoky campfire will discourage a wolf from coming near you.
Wow.
You got to find a fire.
Or a solo stove, you're in trouble.
Yeah. I don't even find a fire. You have to find a fire quick.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Wait a second. Can I make a
Yeah.
fire real quick?
Hold on. Hold on.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, wolves. Yeah, I don't know. I don't even. Yeah, I mean, I get nervous around people's dogs that are nice.
Yeah.
I mean, so
And dogs are just wolves
yeah.
at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Says
Yeah, the last thing I want is to fight a wolf.
some biologists recommend
No
making
matter
a
how you cut it. Dog's a wolf.
Now there was a guy. There was a guy in 2005 who got a wolf in a headlock and held him down before a group of coworkers showed up to help chase him away.
The guy.
They like the wolf better.
Yeah.
Fred's annoying.
Wait, I missed it. I was watching footage of Ripville.
There was in 2005 a guy in Canada got attacked by a wolf, and he got the wolf in a headlock, and he held him down in a headlock before his coworkers showed up and helped chase, I assume, the wolf away.
Oh yeah,
Not the guy. And some biologists say make a fist with your hand and shove it down the wolf's throat to prevent it from biting you.
oh yeah. Well,
That should be easy, right?
I mean, you gotta. Yeah, I mean, I guess
Shove
somebody
your fist down the throat.
probably tried to punch a wolf.
Yeah.
Missed.
It's not bad. Like, just if you think about that with a bear, like if it's like he's biting your arm,
Mhm.
go all the way in. And he's going to be like, ugh.
My
He
buddy
just
told
goes.
me if
It's like going to the dentist.
Yeah.
He doesn't. He gags and he's like,
and the wolf's like, "What's wrong with you, dude?
Yeah,
Don't
yeah.
don't do
he goes,
that."
oh, dude.
You're not supposed to enjoy it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my buddy told me if a dog attacks you, punch it in the nose. Dogs hate that. And I was
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, I bet like anything loves it. You know
I
what I
know.
mean?
Mm-hmm.
Well, they always say that about sharks. Punch a shark in the nose, but
Tough to punch in the water.
Slow.
yeah.
yeah. This says it's better to punch them in.
He saw it coming.
This says it's better to punch them in the gills
Yeah.
because that's their soft spot, and they can smell blood or pee from a mile away. So try not to do either of those in the ocean.
Oh, I thought
Oh.
they told you to pee yourself.
That's the only reason I get in the ocean.
Yeah.
To scare them off?
To pee
Yeah.
and bleed.
Yeah.
You never heard that?
I haven't.
You never heard to pee yourself if a shark comes?
I think that's just what you do.
yeah.
I mean, Henry
I-
Cho has a joke about that, but
I've never heard that.
Oh, that's one of the. I thought that was common knowledge.
this
That's
says,
what we
I
used
mean,
to
it's
do.
wrong apparently,
We
but
would go to the beach and drink all day, and then when we needed to pee, we'd go out and get in the water for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
it says women who are menstruating should stay on the beach.
Mm.
So
Mm-mm.
no, you're not
That's
supposed to
good
do-
advice. I think
Yeah.
that's good advice for swimming altogether.
Yeah.
Don't pee in the water either, but
yeah. So
I think we're all doing it.
yeah.
it is. I went to a public pool at a hotel
Yeah.
recently. I was just thinking about that the whole time. There's probably so much pee in this.
If there's kids
Yeah,
in
but
the
I think
pool,
it's like
I don't even
it
get
gets,
in there.
But
It's the chlorine for right.
at what point do you stop caring?
And my whole life.
If the pool were as big as this, do you care if somebody pees in a hot tub and you're sitting in the hot tub? Doesn't that feel weird to you?
I out of all the things I get weirded out by, I mean, it feels weird if you were like, if you talked about it.
If you break it down, I'm sitting in a small tub with a stranger's pee all over me.
I think there's a lot of stuff that you do with a lot of
But what if you're friends?
stuff.
Even weirder somehow.
Oh,
Yeah. You prefer a stranger.
Hot tub with a stranger is weird, pee or no pee.
Yeah.
I was in a hotel hot tub one time just by
Yeah.
myself, hanging out, having a good time. And then a guy comes,
Yeah.
and I think, well, he's not going to get in because
Yeah.
that'd be weird. And then he got in.
Yeah.
How long did you sit there
I
with him?
had to stay long enough to make it seem like I didn't get out because he got in.
Right.
But I got out pretty quick.
It is tough. Like if you're gonna go to the hot tub at a hotel, if someone's in it, it's the rules. You're out.
Mm-hmm.
We were in one somewhere, and there's like 3 or 4 of us. There's a big hot tub, but this dude came and got in too with us, and there was like 3 or 4 of us together. So that's usually enough to ward off people, just because out of the pure like I'm not going to see these bunch of dudes hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
But this guy, I mean, did not care. Came in. Some men have a very loose like you go to the men's bathroom and like the just releasing gas from the like they act
just
like some of you like I mean you're all not any of you they're real just wild animals that you want to go in and go
let's tighten up.
Let's tighten up a little bit.
Yeah.
Like it's not don't act
You mean just like standing at the urinal, just letting it rip?
Yeah, and I mean, look, I get sometimes it's accident. I understand the whole logics behind the whole system, but some of them, like these dudes, they act like finally get a break for these. You're like, even if it was me and you hanging, I would want you to calm it down.
Yeah.
What do you think?
You
I
mean
enjoy
like
it?
People you guys go to the bathroom and they're like,
yeah. But it's like you go to a sporting event.
Yeah.
You walk in the bathroom, it looks like it's Neanderthals.
Oh, yeah.
Neanderthals, is that how you say it? But they go in there and you want to go like, hey man, like I still don't. It's not like we're like, finally dudes get to hang out together. You're like, chill it out, like
Totally.
go to the family restroom.
Yeah, I've
going
been
to stall.
sporting events where the stalls had no doors on them.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
So there's just dudes in there just on. I mean, and I get it. You got to go. But it's like,
Yeah.
damn that. Why does the venue not put up some doors? It's like, have some respect for us as ticket buyers.
Well, but the people that would use those they just don't care. I mean, they just don't. There's no concept of, older people. I understand. I think you get older, it's hard. They almost don't even know what's happening. But like when it's the younger, like you see some guys in there, and it's like you're like, what are you doing, dude? Like how?
Yeah.
Calm it down.
Totally.
Yeah. That's what I think.
I mean, I've been to bathrooms that stay. I went one, I think, in Auburn a long time ago. It was like a round urinal where you all just stand around in a circle
At the football
Like a
stadium.
like a fountain
Yeah,
in the middle.
but what's like there's a thing in the middle, but then the urinal just goes all the way around.
Oh,
So you're
yeah,
just like standing across from a guy, just peeing there in the.
Yeah. So we Eric, my barber and fitness trainer, just took a picture of that. That's not a urinal. That's where people wash their hands. Dead serious. He had a Eric.
Everybody was peeing in it when I was there.
Yeah.
Did you go first?
Go look at Instagram, Eric
his.
Miller.
This would have
at
been
Eric's.
Years ago.
Huh?
This would have been years ago.
Yeah. So he put something on. This thing went super viral.
Do you know what it is, Eric? Ray?
Eric, maybe Eric Ray Miller. And it went viral like on his Instagram on the reels or something or like and it was he said he pointed and said these urinals look weird in Canada and it was like that. But it was
It's gonna take a minute.
yeah, we have to find it. But he posted it and it went like super viral. So I mean, what if you were not using like it was like a soap thing?
Yeah, I mean, that could be possible. I mean,
Yeah.
none of us were probably interested in washing our hands.
Yeah. Yeah, I think there it is. Weird things in Canada.
I mean, I've peed in quite a few
Community
sinks.
urinals. Is this Dusty? Is this what the urinal that you were peeing in is? You press play on that for Eric. What is it? Eric.Nash.
EricRay.Nash.
EricRay.Nash.
I used to live in a 2-bedroom, 1-bathroom apartment.
Mhm.
And when I used to drink, if I had to pee and my roommate was in the bathroom, I would just sneak and pee in the kitchen sink
Yeah.
all the time.
That seems crazy. So is that when you were using that thing right there?
Let's see.
You see it in the back?
I feel like it was bigger, but yeah, maybe.
Yeah. So that thing, that get like millions and millions of views.
Yeah.
Like he did it as a real.
250,000 likes.
Yeah.
The look you gave me
Good.
when I said I would pee in the kitchen sink. I wouldn't pee on the dishes. I'd aim for
Yeah.
the drain.
Oh, you wouldn't move the dishes out.
You're a gentleman.
And then,
Yeah, come on now.
yeah. So that's the other, because I don't think, yeah, you should have had urinals like that.
Yeah, that could have been it. I mean,
Yeah.
we could have just all been
Yeah.
peeing.
Well, those old, especially SEC football stadiums.
Did you always
the
think it was
worst.
weird when you
Yeah.
washed your hands that you're like, why do I got to put my hand against the sink wall to wash it?
Yeah.
So it's a urinal just.
Turn on.
Yeah. But you go to these urinals, you're like, I tell you what, those urinals, that bathroom's very strange. Urinals, you're facing everybody, and then you go wash your hands it's a very large sink, and you go wash your hands over there, and you have to rub the sink to get the water. Have y'all ever seen something like that? You're just
There's no soap
There's no soap. You want to tell where they put the soap?
in the bottom. You
At the urinals. At the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah. You have to walk away from it to get the water
You
going.
got to go walk away. You got to excuse me, guys peeing. You go, excuse me. Do you mind if I get some soap? What are you done peeing? They have soap. You get maybe fill it up there. Yeah.
There have been cases of them cutting sharks open and finding
Animal attacks.
human remains.
We got so far.
I
off.
know.
Yeah.
You forgot what we were talking about.
Yeah.
Finding human remains in sharks. And you remember, did you guys ever see the movie Open Water?
Yeah.
That's based on a true story.
Yeah.
About a couple from U.S. and they were in Australia scuba diving, and they miscounted the number of scuba divers. So when they came up, boat was gone,
Yeah.
and they died out at sea. Well, they don't know what happened to them. They never found them. So,
Well, I'm sure they-
probably.
So they miscounted and
but
just
some people
said-
thought they faked their death.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they went to court and sued this tour company, and the tour company was like, "How do we know they didn't fake their death?" The guy had written something in his journal about some weird stuff, but they lost the case. I mean, the tour company did lose the case, and they've
Yeah.
had to change their way of.
So wait, did they win? Did someone get money?
I think the family of the victims.
Yeah.
Yeah, the tour company. Yeah, that's a good. You're like in court. You miscounted, and you're like, I think they faked their death.
Yeah.
honestly. I mean, yeah, we left them, but
Yeah.
There's
they
no
did-
body.
Yeah, they faked their death.
Why did I hear a jet ski coming up at
Yeah.
bing, 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 just right when he leaves? Y'all go down. Don't come back up. I'll drive out. I'll get you.
We'll sue this company.
Y'all swear y'all gonna be at the same spot he dropped y'all? They don't know how oceans work. I went back and looked. They weren't there where they said they were gonna be.
Then among apes, chimpanzees are much meaner than gorillas.
Yeah, that's the Boo Weekly story.
That was orangutan
Oh, orangutan.
that he fought, but
Yeah.
chimpanzees will just, they'll rip your face off.
Eat your fingers, they say.
They'll eat your fingers. So they said, hide your fingers. There was a chimp named, they called him Saddam, and he terrorized a village in Uganda, was grabbing kids and taking them away, and killed like 2 kids and attacked 7 others.
Wow. When was that?
In the 90s, mid 90s, it says.
Yeah, I mean, people love to they used to love to try to get monkeys as pets, and then you would see these videos of when animals attack and monkeys would just eat them up.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
90
that's crazy.
yeah, they're 4 times stronger than humans.
Monkeys seem the hardest to fight.
Mm-hmm.
Did you know the gorilla was thought to be like Bigfoot until the early 1900s?
Yeah, I did hear that.
Yeah.
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 That's why I'm saying, if you didn't know that the gorilla was a real animal until the 1900s, who knows what else is out
Yeah.
there?
Yeah. Totally.
What if it is the Bigfoot?
It might be.
And then it's like we just called it gorilla, and you're like, no, it's here, and because it could be like, well, they're not out there, and you're like, oh, you're seeing them all the time, and then we don't. You're like, yeah, do they figured it out?
There's been a couple of cases of children falling in a zoo entrapment with a gorilla, and they've had to euthanize the gorilla.
Yeah. Harambe.
Harambe was the most well-known one, and it was dragging the kid around. Is that the one that's also holding it like a baby?
Yeah, I think so. At one point. Yeah. Yeah.
So they weren't sure what its intentions were, but obviously they had to kill. Well, people got very upset that they killed it, but
Euthanasia always sounds pleasant.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a tough one.
What do you mean? The word sounds like it's a
I always
pleasant
think
thing?
euthanasia
I know.
is
Yeah.
what I think. But then, like they goes, we got a euthanize. What do they say?
Euthanize.
Euthanize or they had a euthanasia. Or they say it, and you're like, oh, that's good. And then it's like, oh no, it's not good. You're like, why?
Yeah.
What happened?
Are you going to go hiking in Oregon?
Yeah, I think so. We haven't looked it up, but
So Bigfoot, you got to watch out for Bigfoots there.
oh, that's the big sighting.
That's the number 2 state next to Washington as far as Bigfoot
All
sightings.
right.
They also say there's like a lot of caves in Oregon. Like there's some caves you can visit that they say used to be used for, I don't know,
Bigfoot?
trafficking. You know what I mean? Like I don't remember.
What kind of trafficking?
I don't remember the full thing now. I read it while I was
Yeah.
in Portland. They were like, you should go check this out. And then I never did, but I remember reading about it. They had some caves in Portland.
Yeah.
Pretty famous that you can go tour.
Okay.
That I
Yeah.
think they used to,
People were doing bad things in them.
I don't know if it were bad, but they were transporting people for
Okay.
whatever reason.
Oh,
Sounds bad.
yeah. It doesn't sound good.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, probably not.
Yeah.
Anytime you're transporting people, probably not good. Probably
Yeah,
not
yeah.
good intentions behind it.
Yeah.
Probably,
yeah.
like you say, the heart's not in
The
it.
heart's not in it.
yeah.
And then,
yeah.
no, the heart's in it at the beginning, but then it gets slips.
Yeah.
The purpose.
Yeah, their social credit score got low.
Yeah. 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 Very low.
They're like, you got to take the caves now.
Yeah. I'll go check those caves out, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tennessee's supposed to have a lot of caves too.
The most caves
Is
of any
it?
state.
Yeah.
Yeah, we learned that on the-
Wow.
That's right.
Yeah.
Okay, wow.
Yeah.
Because Kentucky's always bragging about theirs.
I know.
And then you barely have any. You have one.
There's some caves near
It's
my
a
land.
mammoth cave, though.
a
It's,
big
pretty
one.
big.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's some caves near my land out there that you can go, some caverns that you can go look at.
Oh, really?
I've not been there, but
Are they like, it's like tours go there or something? Or?
yeah,
Yeah.
they do
Yeah, you're not
concerts there.
Oh.
You're not far from Fall Creek Falls. I don't
I think that's what it is.
Okay.
Oh, that's like a main thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Maybe,
yeah,
that's,
you said it like, yeah.
maybe that's not
Yeah,
it.
near my house there's a place that's got some animals. So, yeah. Where is it? The zoo? Nashville Zoo. They have a bunch of animals over there. You talking the regular zoo, dude? Because that's yeah, right by me, dude. There's a pool. There's a pool. What is it? It's a lake. There's a lake over. There's a lake over there. And people fishing it. Old Hickory Lake. You go, what are you talking about? The lake we all live near, dude? I guess. Fall Creek Falls.
I don't know if that's what it is now, but it there's a sign for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not a hidden thing.
I thought it sounded like a hidden.
It
thing.
sounded like,
Well,
we got
yeah,
this
you're
hidden
like, I got some-
treasure.
Well,
You
there
got some
is a
caves
little
over there.
cave-like structure on my land.
Yeah.
There is, yeah.
That there's a little dirt pile that I kind of want to dig out to see if there's a door in there. I don't think there is,
Yeah.
but I want to
Got a
dig
little
it out
park.
just
I
see
walk-
what's going
I
on.
walk around this park every night. Oh yeah, nice little park. Yeah, Yellowstone. Oh, the main big park. Oh yeah, the main big
Yeah, you've
park.
heard of it. Then.
You've heard of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know this ditch out in Arizona.
Yeah.
Yeah, huge
Yeah,
ditch,
huge
Huge
ditch.
really
Yeah,
huge.
you don't want to get in. Oh, can you get in it? It's hard.
Yeah,
Some
you
people
gotta
think
hike
they're-
down. It's a
some-
Grand Canyon.
Some
so
people
you-
think
Yeah,
there are
it's a great-
pyramids out at the Grand Canyon.
Do they?
Yeah,
Who
Where?
thinks
they
this?
think a lot of people think that there's pyramids out there. That
we can go there. It's not like
Yeah.
it's.
But I'm just saying. check
Where?
out.
Down in
Just
the bottom of the
Grand
canyon?
Yeah. Yeah,
All right.
it's gonna come up.
Yeah. Why would they be? Yeah. Who? Oh,
Oh, yeah. Well, some of the rock formations
look like triangles.
I
A
mean,
triangle?
looks like a pyramid to me. They
Yeah.
say some people believe that the water level was much higher at some point.
Well, yeah.
Well, yeah. That's
That's what caused.
Well,
Created-
that's what they say. That
Yeah.
this river over millions of years carved through the rocks. But
Yeah.
but my question is, why have not all the rivers carved Grand Canyons then? You know what I
'Cause
mean?
It's like
Only just the one, the Mississippi River, not carved any canyons.
it's not low enough yet.
Yeah.
Oh, it's already at the bottom. Is what you're saying?
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just like, yeah, I
Well,
don't
they
know.
had a much bigger river. The Grand Canyon, their
Bigger
river-
than the Mississippi River.
Well, apparently, if it carved
I
the
just
Grand
don't believe
Canyon.
it. Yeah, I don't believe it.
Yeah, yeah, I get it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, what's it carved?
yeah.
Where did that water go?
We got one river that's carved all this time.
Yeah,
Well,
Where's
this is
it-
not the only place where erosion has happened in the world, though. It's
Yeah,
just-
but to that extent.
But like,
Yeah,
would
that's
it
why it's
be?
the Grand
But there
Canyon.
is a creek at the bottom.
But would it not be
There's
grand?
a river at the bottom.
Even if it didn't carve it, even if it were just naturally formed that way, it would still be grand.
Oh, of course.
Yeah, I don't think you'd put it together. But the selling point is that
Right.
if it was like, hey, there's never been a river here, you'd be like, I don't know if I'm gonna waste my time. But if you go, there's a river here.
But I think just the depth of it is like worth seeing,
Yeah,
Of course.
even if it happened in one day.
Yeah,
You know,
Oh yeah, still special.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's still grand.
Yeah, totally.
All that water came out.
Look at that pyramid right there.
Yeah. That's where
I'm just saying, think about it.
that's where the water would have been to that point.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
then, Phoenix
Mm-hmm.
is in Arizona, near that. And then you have like Phoenicia is Egypt, right?
Yeah. Oh,
So,
yeah.
you know what I mean? That's all. There's some dots connected.
Oh, so you think Egyptians built that?
Well, maybe all
they
in this.
flew over?
Yeah, I mean, it's not my theory. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I didn't come up with it. I
Yeah.
read something about it a long time ago.
You're just adding to it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
So
I like everything. Like this is not my thing. I'm just a part of this group, and we're exploring.
you
it.
just got to look into it.
I like it.
I can't be the sole source for this material.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Yeah.
I've never
look,
heard of this. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's fun. It's super fun, and I like it.
Yeah.
I like
Yeah,
all
I mean,
of it.
there could be. Some people say there's caves out there that we don't know about, and who knows what's going on. There's like all these underground highways, and they exist. It's not even hidden.
The highways.
We're
do.
just not allowed to drive on them.
Oh, really?
Yeah, there's like highways where trucks can go and enter in and just drive. And those are out there too.
Where are those at?
I don't know where there's mountains.
But when you say trucks, any truck driver could do it.
I don't know if it's any truck driver if you're specifically, on that route.
It's one with its heart's not in the right place.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, who knows what's going on there?
Okay.
But there's
Yeah.
plenty of videos out there about it. But look at this. What is that?
Who knows?
Ancient pyramids of Arizona.
That is crazy. There's
that's-
windows.
I think that's where the Pueblo Indians built huts,
after
right?
They, yeah,
where they
right
set
after
up
they
shop.
built their pyramids.
Yeah. Oh, they built their hut there, and then that's a lot to build with on a rock cliff.
Yeah.
Cliff dwellers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
That's what they were. Cliff. Yeah.
I think that's what there are. A group of Native Americans called cliff dwellers, and
Mhm.
they would build stuff like that in the side of cliffs.
Huh.
So
Huh.
think about it.
Yeah. Think about it.
You know what I
Who
mean?
are those cliff dwellers?
Yeah, exactly.
You know
what
what
were
I
they
mean?
up to?
What were they up to?
Did they build pyramids?
Did they drive a truck?
Yeah.
They could have.
How'd they
They
get
could be
there?
driving trucks now.
You ever see people? You go, how'd you beat me here?
Yeah.
Everybody has someone that they go, how did you beat me?
Right.
here?"
Yeah,
Maybe they're driving through the mountain
that could be it.
Yeah.
a lot quicker.
Tennessee has the most caves.
Yeah.
Got to have a highway.
Got to
somewhere.
have a highway underneath there.
Actually, where I'm getting the cabin from, in Tennessee, out towards Memphis. I don't know what, but on the way back on this back road, there is a little cat. Now it's got a fence around it, so you can't get up in there. But there's a cabin with a huge, or a mountain with a huge like dugout thing where clearly people are going in there with cars. I don't know. Maybe they're mining, but it's huge.
You should
Yeah.
check it
The
out.
gate was open last time,
Yeah.
and Hannah would not let me go in there.
Yeah.
I wanted to check it out.
Yeah.
We didn't, but I really want to just go like, oh, what's going on here? Just
Get out of here.
yeah.
What are you doing?
I just want to play real
Yeah.
country. Just be like, what? Well, I was just driving through, and
I thought, well, come up here, go fix this door.
yeah.
Barry Sanders.
Yes, we Barry Sanders could be.
Barry Sanders. Is Barry Sanders that? Yeah, that's a yak drunk. Barry Sanders is the best player that ever existed.
New York Jets.
He
New
could
York,
tackle
yeah.
a bear though, Barry Sanders.
Yeah. He couldn't.
I mean, dude's a lion already. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right, now
Boom.
come on now.
That was nice.
Is that it?
Yeah.
That's it. All right. I will, if you listen to this, so I was told this today, we will be, if you're listening to this, next week, we are off. We are going on vacation with my family. I didn't know we were going to be off. I found all this out today. And, but we got a new best of that Bates has put together.
Year 2.
Year 2 of best of.
Nice.
And so we're going to release the year 2 of best of. And so you have something to see. And then we'll be back the week after that, back from our vacation. It'll be great. And or whatever you guys are doing. Everybody's probably on the road or doing stuff. And
Yep.
I'll be in Hawaii, do shows in Hawaii. Come check those out. And then and then August back out. And then we'll be back and running. And y'all have stuff? Yeah.
July 31st, I'm in Fort Mill, South Carolina, at Life Point Church doing a show for adoption to help families with adoption expenses there.
There
But
you go.
Yeah, nice.
yep.
Nice.
I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, CB Live. Then I'm at the Dania Improv in Dania Beach, Florida. And then Arlington Draft House in Arlington, Virginia, August 12th and 13th.
Based on how I think this is coming out, I'll be at the Toledo Funny Bone, and then the next week, the Pittsburgh Improv.
There you go.
So
There you
it's
go.
going to be great.
It's going to be great. Thank you. We love you as always. And look, don't do whatever you want when you get it with a bear. Don't come here for
Actual
always
advice.
remember. But do what you think they tell you to do, but it's a lot more fun to talk about running from a bear. Always remember that. And I'd still maybe run from it. All right. We love you. We'll see you next week. Or see you best of next week, the week after that. Hope you guys are having a great summer. See you soon. Nateland is produced by Nateland Productions and by me, Nate Bargatze, and my wife, Laura, on the All Things Comedy Network. Recording and editing for the show is done by Genovations Media. Thanks for tuning in. Be sure to catch us next week on the Nateland Podcast.